Mm-hmm.
No hope
With dope.
Hugs, not drugs.
Yes.
Eeps.
Yes.
Do you have what you need to smoke the devil's lettuce? Do you have the appropriate paraphernalia? Do you have your crack pipe? Do you have what you need?
I mean, I'd prefer to change
you
out
have
my
your-
bong water, but I don't
change
have
that
to.
out.
I mean, I'd like to.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Guys,
Yes,
she needs to change out her
keep
bong
talking.
water. She needs to change out her bong water.
Water is important.
It is my tincture. is my tincture.
H2O.
This is my water, but it's my tincture.
Forgot all about that, by the way.
Okay, my tincture.
And I'm glad.
Apparently, Archie's okay. By the way.
Oh, yeah. I think
By the way, Archie's okay.
By the way,
Be
guys.
aggressive.
Archie.
Aggressive.
I met a dog named Archer. He's so cute.
Did you? I bet
Yeah.
you Archie's short for Archer.
You think so?
Yeah. I think he's Bartholomew Archer III.
It's more formal than we recognized.
It is. It is.
Yeah, he's really cute.
Just like Heather Page Kent.
Kent?
That was her name before she became Dubrow.
Oh,
Heather Page Kent.
it's that way she, what's her face was saying that's how she had her in her phone.
Yes.
Jenny?
Yes, Jenna McCarthy.
Yeah.
When we watched
some
her.
stuff just flew into my drink. Did you see that?
No, but
What
you know
was
what?
that?
It was probably a fly. Because just like they like to go to the light, they smell vodka and they go, I know I need to be here to die.
I need to be in
Guys,
deathbed.
Betsy's drinking a vodka
Don't.
Coca-Cola.
And
I
guys,
need to
I did not
know-
know, guys.
I need to know if we're okay. We need a temperature check.
No, we're not okay.
Are you okay?
We're not okay. And I have
What
to
is
say,
your pulse at? 60?
I have to say,
That's a serial killer.
I'm getting hair out of.
Okay.
There it is.
Eeps is on the mic right now. She
I'm
just
back.
joined us. I need to know, how do you feel about vodka Coca-Cola?
It's gross, guys. It's not good. Let me tell you.
It's disgusting.
When I hear people,
You don't need to fake choke or fake,
When I hear people
okay? Because
order,
that'll make somebody vomit.
I was watching the scripted show one time, and they went to the bar, and the bartender asked them what they want to drink, and the character said, "I want a vodka and a Diet Coke," and I laughed, and I was like,
Were they a serial killer?
Well, actually, they were getting chased by a serial killer. They weren't the killer themselves, but
Because a serial killer was a vigilante serial killer, knew that person needed to die for that.
y'all,
die for the vodka
y'all,
Coca-Cola.
it's gross. I'm not gonna lie. I can't tell you that I've ever had this, which is why I was like, oh, like I know Diet Coke's gonna be really gross.
Sure.
I didn't have a lot of options, so I was like, oh, let me just do a Coke and vodka. It's horrific, but I'm a I'm a good sport.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste it, and I'm gonna drink it, and then I'm gonna make a different choice
Okay.
because this should not be a combination.
Yes, Patrick.
Should not be a combination, baby, at
That is
all.
not. No.
Tito's
vodka
cannot.
Coke-
Tito's
vodka-
cannot save this.
Vodka Coca-Cola
No.
could not
But
happen.
Here we are.
I feel like vodka
And
vanilla Coke used to be a thing.
It definitely did.
and
Did
some
it?
cat hair.
Did.
Some cat hairs in here too.
Well, cat hair's in everything in this apartment.
But honestly, it doesn't bother me because this is like when I drink at home. There's dog hair everywhere, so I'm like, it's all
exactly
just
same.
animal.
That makes me sound like
Animal
a pig.
hair.
No,
That,
anytime
make-
you hear
that
an
make-
animal
that
that
makes me
sheds,
sound like Miss,
No.
this is
Miss
something
Piggy.
that happens.
You have
Slade.
two.
Smiley Miss Piggy.
You know what? I was so regretful weeks ago when we were talking about. I don't even know what episode it was, but you mentioned, Lauren, you're like, who are your like least favorite house husbands, whatever.
Slade?
And I was listening back, and the fact that I didn't instantly say Slade, I was so fucking disappointed. And I think we
Were
were
you?
talking about OC. So I would like to re-edit that now and say Slade's one of my least favorite. And I guess he's a house husband. He was a house boyfriend at that time. I
Yes.
cannot stand him. And I think I dislike him almost more than anybody in the OC. Min edition. And that's Brooks
That's
is,
including Brooks.
Brooks is pretty
Isn't it?
bad, but honestly, they're even
don't
to me.
know.
They're even to me.
You think
I'm
they
I'm
are?
smelling
You think
peanut
Sla-
butter.
That's my weed.
Oh, okay. I was
my
like, wait,
weed.
we have an incest.
That's what. No, it's
Is
not.
the
Okay,
incest
it's not
peanut butter?
incest. It's
That's an
incest.
incense. Well, I said
Not incest.
I know, I
Okay.
meant incense.
Guys, we're burning incest. Okay.
I meant
Cease and desist.
incense.
Cease and desist. Cease and incest.
Step and release.
Exactly.
Oh God, buckle up! I didn't know you were
Buckle up.
the.
It smells like buttercup in here.
It does, and I love it. I love it. It's,
Executive producer. I'm so sorry. Did I cut you off?
the
I
coke's
did.
going right to my head.
It is the cocaine. The cocaine and vodka. That's what she mixed. I didn't want to say that earlier. I was going to say it was Coca-Cola and vodka, but no, it's
Well,
cocaine and
it is
vodka.
what it is.
Yeah, it's a
Trust
real
me, I will not
snowball.
be lifted.
Lifted, shifted, higher than the ceiling. Ooh, it's the ultimate feeling.
Oh,
Hello.
Lifted
Here. We're
higher
here.
than the ceiling.
We're queer. Get used to it.
Here we are, guys.
Executive producer, I'm so sorry. I think I cut you off earlier, and that's just really hunty of me.
Is it hunty of you?
It was very hunty of me.
By the way, I don't even remember what I was saying, so I'm sure it was nothing important.
Was it an ADHD thought?
Probably.
I feel that.
Most thoughts in my brain are ADHD
I feel
thoughts.
that. Why are you laughing? You don't have ADHD. Stop it. Kids that are disabled.
neurotypicals.
Kids that are disabled. You don't know. You need to stop it. You don't know what. You don't know what are.
They're gonna be forever disabled.
Disabled. You don't know. Stop it. Don't even go there, Whitney. You stop.
Dyslexia.
Stop it.
I'm special.
Stop. Black card. What
It's
are they?
called learning
Black book.
differences.
Book black. I know that we had a listener, Cynthia. This is your moment. If you're listening to this,
Oh.
our listener, Cynthia, who does not want us to talk about Taylor Swift anymore, this is where I'm going to tell you to check back in. And if you look at the bottom, we are going to time code that for you. We're going to let you know when it's okay to come back in after Taylor. But this is your moment. I'm giving you an opportunity.
This
Cynthia.
is not a Taylor free
I'm
zone.
serious.
Starting
Cynthia's
right
been a
now.
loyal listener since the jump.
We hear and we respect you, and that's what we
I
want to
respect
give you.
that.
Exactly.
We want to
Since we
give
jumped
you
off the
this.
bridge and did this.
We
started
want to
this
give you
podcast.
this time code so you can just politely
Exactly.
skip by it.
All right.
Let's do this.
How are we feeling that we now know that she's going to be at the Jets game? She's been watching the Chiefs
That was
play,
EP,
obviously.
by the way, doing
Guys,
the
she's going to be at the Jets
huge
game.
sigh.
She's going to be at
Sighed.
MetLife. She's going to be in
my
Jersey.
head is in my hands.
watching the New York
Jets.
Jets.
Listen, I am picking up what you're putting down.
Now, your dad is affiliated, but he is not going, correct?
Correct. My dad is not going to the game. My little brother has a hockey game that night. And
Okay.
by the way, I don't blame my father because who wants to go see the Chiefs trounce us at home?
But you know that's going to happen going into it, so you need
Yeah.
to dedicate this for Taylor.
Wait, this is what's so fucked up is that I've got a
Trailer.
Oh my God.
That's what we're
Terrible,
calling.
though. I hate that.
Trailer
I'm not-
trash.
trailer trash.
That's where my mind goes.
Yeah.
Trailer hiding in a trash bin.
Oh my God, really, though?
Trailer trash
She
bin.
loves to go in
Oh,
those
she
bins.
does.
It'll be an
could we
entendre.
could we not think of anything more clever than trailer? It's because they know it's
Tailless.
What?
Tailless? I don't know. There's nothing good.
Okay.
Trailer is the only one I
So-
can think
I'm
of.
so glad that
trailer
we're
is-
only in the cold open because we can rethink this decision to have her on this podcast episode. this is where
Guys, it was nice
this
talking
is where
to you,
I feel
and,
I feel blessed.
I'll see you
I feel
next week.
blessed.
No, listen. We have
Okay.
to. We have to give her some leeway here. The Jets. The
This
Jets
is a
are
very
gonna be-
emotional subject
This
for me,
is gonna
okay?
be
How do you
This
feel
is not
about it?
easy
so
for me.
Hard for her.
This is really fucked up.
Is it?
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, but I have to now spend Sunday night's broadcast. I
It's
can't even be
prime time, baby.
distracted by other games.
Prime
because
time.
it's prime time. It is the only game playing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to not only hate watch my team fucking losing in a spectacular fashion,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to have it peppered throughout with
Okay.
shots of Taylor, who I
You're in love with.
and adore.
This is
and
a new
my
love
number
for her,
one.
too, y'all.
Wearing the colors of and rooting for the opposite team.
Yes.
Who is going to be
I know.
winning.
Those-
so she's
that
going
is-
to be cheering a
Those
lot.
McDonald's colors
not
are
right.
aggressive.
This is not
Those
right.
colors are
It's-
very McDonald's.
People, the fans, her
not right.
Part of her
sorry.
fans love it because it's red, like the album. They say she was born to wear red.
So is this like a conspiracy theory
This
that
is
she's dating
probably-
him so that she can wear red?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all conspiracy.
So I love it. Except for
Well,
this.
well,
This
it's gonna
sucks.
be-
Interesting. Wouldn't you say that 1989 is very all-American?
Yes,
Wouldn't you say that
Yes.
dating
football player.
yeah, who just
star.
won the Super Bowl
Oh,
is
uh-huh.
very all-American?
Very.
His name's Travis, for fuck's
I'd
sake.
rather her go back to
No.
dating a Kennedy.
Now, Eeps, let me
I'd
ask
rather
you this.
her go back to dating Carly Kloss.
If
By the way,
well,
who is
Maybe.
not a Kennedy, but
Kraler.
Kraler.
oh, Kaylor.
Whatever.
Taylor.
That's their name.
Kraler,
Taylor.
Taylor.
A resident Gaylor.
Trash.
Yeah, guys, I know
Trailer.
all of the Gaylor shit.
Trailer.
because TikTok, motherfucker. Now, Eve,
Yeah,
let
this
me,
is all PR
Let me
move.
ask you.
Anyway.
Now, let's say, now we do know the Swift is going, and I do want to say, because I was like, they're not going to another game. But the fact that it's been announced proves to me that something's cooking.
She lives in New York, too. It's
and
very easy.
We're smelling it. We got it.
Tribeca. She
now-
lives in Tribeca, the up-and-coming name.
Oh, yeah, the up-and-coming. According to Jessel, it's
They're not
up-and-coming.
quite on the map, Tribeca.
If Swift wasn't going to be there, is this a game that you would just kind of have on and like kind of see and then turn off, or are you somebody that can really watch your team
She's a
just suffer?
masochist.
No, I'll eventually turn it off. Like if
Okay.
it's
She's
a blowout,
BDSM. She's
if it's the
masochist.
halftime, if it's halftime or it's 40-0 or 30 to, I don't need to fucking watch it.
Okay.
I'll turn it off and I'll sporadically check the score. I'll keep
Yeah.
an eye on it on my phone, and if it like they miraculously start coming back, which they will not,
Yeah.
I will I would turn it back on. But the problem is now I'm gonna have to watch for my love for Taylor, but also hate watch it at the same time.
yeah.
This is
Well,
real
you
bullshit.
could just go on TikTok. Because you know,
I might
or
just have
Instagram,
to.
everything will be on TikTok.
We'll see. We'll see how it
Multiple
goes.
videos. Well, so Lauren, you were not here when we initially talked about this. So just, footnotes, cliff notes, but give us what you thought when you saw, the Swift at the game on Sunday.
An
Because you
album's
were
coming
the
out
one,
soon.
you were the one that told me that she was going to be there.
An album is coming out soon.
Okay.
That's what my thoughts
Is
were.
that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Okay. We're sort of all
We're all on the same
lines.
page.
there was
I love her.
Yeah.
But I love her as much as I love her good PR. I love these little things that she does.
plays the press machine. Like she just
Yeah, it's like, remember when they would be, well, Betsy, I don't know if you were ever in LA during any of this, but executive producer will understand this. When they're promoting and they're marketing new scripted shows, they'll do interactive marketing in the city of Los Angeles.
Yes, like pop-ups and
like
things.
weird pop-ups. So like you'll start seeing, I don't know, street signs for something. And you're like, what is this? But it'll be like a make-believe something or other because they're marketing a show.
Yeah.
They're marketing something that's going to be within the show, like an event.
When they opened up the Max from Saved by the Bell when they were doing
Yes.
the reboot and things like
Yeah.
that.
But I'm saying like in and around town, you think they'll use marketing and you'll think it's real for the city of LA, but really it's for a show.
Yes.
Okay. That
And so
makes
it's
sense.
very interactive.
Yeah.
That's how this feels to me. When she does marketing stuff like this, it is no different to me than somebody who's getting paid to do like an interactive
It's
ad.
like organic integration.
Yes, it's like organic integration. That's why I don't ever get, I mean, maybe she likes the guy, but I also think that she's a person as private as she is. This is very seen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This
Big
is
time.
very seen, and I want
Yeah.
to be seen.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't really care what Bethany Frankel says. Like she's
Well,
Bethany
nobody knows.
Frankel
Can fuck
screams
off.
seen, and I'm dying and desperate to be seen.
Oh, she so badly wants
All
to be seen
of
like
the
Taylor.
time.
She's so desperate to be seen. She is literally giving her old makeup to people in a way that she thinks is giving back. When in reality, she does have a white savior complex, a white fragility savior complex.
Yeah, she most certainly does.
No, but you
Yes.
know what I mean.
Ding, ding, ding.
So like with Taylor, I trailer. No, I'm kidding.
I know.
With Taylor and Travis, I'm just
Well-
it's very. It's funny to me. I mean,
And he has his own documentary.
it's
He has
real.
things that he's
That's what I'm saying.
promoting to.
His
This is a quick-
podcast is
and-
number one right now.
exactly, guys. Quid pro quo.
And,
That's what I
right.
think. You know what I
Podcast
mean?
is number one, which I
Yeah.
didn't even realize he had till weeks ago. But
Just like being seen with Sophie is not on accident.
Sophie
No,
and
no.
the kids staying at her place.
Yeah.
in
Exactly.
America.
Sophie Turner.
and
that's
they
not
had
on
a
accident.
sleepover on Friday night.
They did.
But yeah,
I've seen this episode of Friends before, and it's
somebody-
the first episode. Okay. I've seen this episode.
Somebody was like, this is Taylor's break from her tour. She's been in the news every single day because of the tour. She's been top news stories. So this is a certain way to keep her name top of the line.
Exactly.
She has the movie coming out in October. She has the album, the re-release coming out in
Yeah.
October. She wants to be the news story every single day.
Along with, I think, 1989.
I just want to. Well, yeah, that's October. I just want to.
yeah.
Make a little prediction
Stay
that
encrypted. Don't hit me.
I'm not gonna hit. I'm
just kidding.
I'm so excited. I'm coming into my
No,
favorite
I'm kidding, I'm
month.
kidding. I
Unlike
love you.
Shannon, I fucking live
Guys,
for
her birthday's
fall.
soon.
Yes.
I live for fall, baby. I want to make a prediction that maybe she'll go to a few other games. We'll see what happens here. I think once the tour gets revived and we start going on tour again, this is going to be a thing in the past.
Oh, yeah, I think so too.
They're gonna. It'll be like,
I
we're
firmly believe
friends,
that.
or either there'll be no statement made, or
Well,
this is not going to be something that is going to live on through the tour.
No.
I would be shocked if that happened.
Yes, because how difficult is it to go on an international tour
I
and
imagine
also in a relationship or try to start dating somebody who
No
is
way.
projected to do very well this season, right?
Oh,
In
sure.
football.
They're always in the conversation for
so
playoffs and Super
it is
Bowl.
a busy time. It's a busy time.
So
This is
and-
not like the U.S. tour where she just popped back home every weekend and just
No.
went somewhere for a few days and then, or even just for the
And
night
we
and
need
then
to
back.
forget. We need to forget Matty Healy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's done.
We
And
need to
also
forget him. We need to forget him.
the amount that the NFL is talking about this is unreal.
Oh my God.
It feels suspiciously a little too
like
unreal.
Eeps and I watched, the show Get Up, which is on ESPN.
Oh,
And
Which, by the way,
did we tell you?
did you know?
I
oh
did.
no,
We
you did. You
sent
sent me a text.
Yes, we did send you a text.
one of the listeners
That
is
is so cool.
does graphics for ESPN
Yes.
and Get Up. And
I
we
love that.
Get
Isn't
Up.
that
And
cool?
I love Greenie.
Shout out to
Did you
that
see
listener.
Did you see the
Shout
Taylor?
out-
The Taylor
Yeah.
graphics?
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah.
Shout out to this
Yes.
listener. The Get Up show is one of my favorite shows. I love Greenie. But the amount of times,
Love.
even today is what? Thursday, the amount of times that they are talking, one of the things that because they always do stats, they're like, okay, is Jordan Love, is he going to have more than
Taylor
3
was here.
touchdowns or fewer than 3 touchdowns? They do these like stats where they project. One of the questions was, how many cutaways are we going to have to Taylor Swift on Sunday night's game? And Kmart, who I love, she's one of the analysts, she goes, 1 million.
Yeah.
It's just like,
We're all going to be tuning in for Taylor.
It just seems a little obvious that the NFL is taking this also and running with it, right?
The more the merrier. They were the most watched game. 22 million.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Watched the Chiefs play last week. It was the number one watched game.
God.
I don't want to hear
22
I don't want to hear any men.
22 million.
Any men/man saying, Travis Kelce doesn't need that clout. Yes,
Female
he does.
viewership.
Get the fuck
Yes, he
out of
does.
here.
Female viewership went up tenfold in the demo between 18 and 49.
No surprise.
Those
Eeps
were the
and I were
stats.
already watching, but
I
we
was
watched
trying to look for the
excited.
stats of that.
Yeah.
Jersey sales went up 300%.
Oh.
The demo went up, guys. The demo in female viewership went up something like, I can't remember how much percentage. It was something insane.
I mean,
know
that's
why?
huge.
It went up like 35% or something
But
like that.
you know why it's so great for like a Swiftie to do that? Like,
Why?
because I'm thinking, why the fuck are you
Guys,
going to buy
that's the
his
impact she has
jersey?
on the world.
Oh, well, I know that, but the beauty is like because I really don't care about, and I'm talking about the specific. I'm not talking about Swifties in general. I'm just talking about the Swifties that maybe bought jerseys or like really bought in. Like, oh my God, this is the thing, and they went out and bought a jersey. The beauty of that is if it turns south or if it ends up not being a thing, they can burn the jersey because they don't really care. You know what I mean? So then they'll have like a momentum to burn.
Yes.
That's true. That's very true.
I mean, I'm not spending my money on that, but I'm also a diehard fan of a different team. But it could be so much
do
worse
that.
for me. It could be so.
Yeah, you could be me.
I could be Eeps right now. I could be Eeps, and she could be rocking the Philadelphia colors, and that would be almost challenging
Look,
for me.
if she was dating a Patriot, I don't actually know what I would do. I don't know. I would have a
well, she's
real,
not dating.
real
She's
problem.
not dating a Kansas Chief person either.
No,
but-
I know, but if she was
she was
donning the gear
Kansas Chief
of
person?
a Patriots
Player?
fan, I would.
If she was wearing the colors, you would have a hard time.
I would have a really hard time.
Okay, well, she's
What
already.
if she were dating Daddy Rogers?
I'd be okay with it.
Ew. Oh my God. I would have to.
I love Daddy Rogers.
But if she started dating Tom Brady, I'd have. I'd have
That
a real
would never
problem.
happen.
No, it
Absolutely
wouldn't. But I'm just
not.
saying.
No, he's too weird. He's weird to me.
I hate Tom Brady.
Yes,
I think I'm so sorry, guys, to our New England Patriot
I'm not.
people.
Sorry.
And
Sorry,
Tampa
guys.
Bay,
No,
for those
not.
of you who, Buccaneers. I'm so sorry for
They've got
the,
enough
for
problems.
the 2 years. Well, they won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they
so,
did.
Yeah,
I mean,
whatever.
woo,
Yeah, that's done.
woo, woo. Anyway,
Yeah, that's not coming back anytime
anyway,
soon.
moving forward, onwards and upwards.
Yes.
I go high, they go low. Anyway, so
Literally high.
exactly. I'm so high.
Metaphorically.
And
literally.
and figuratively. I don't remember what I was saying. What was I saying?
We don't know. We don't know where you're
I think,
going.
you know what? We're gonna move on. No,
Yes.
I think I was saying no way she would date Tom Brady.
No.
Sorry about that. Anyway,
Well,
Theoretical aside.
listen, we did get some feedback from some listeners. They thought it was disheartening that we thought it was a PR stunt. And valid
I'm so
point.
sorry.
Valid.
sorry.
And-
Maybe I'm jaded from
And listen,
living in the PR world.
Here's the truth. Is that none of us know 100% of anything, right? So we don't really know. We're just telling you what we feel based on what we're seeing and, knowing that Taylor's the mastermind.
I think it's fun. I think it's flirty. I think it's a way to just
Sure.
kill two birds with one stone. I think
Yeah.
it's
Right. I mean,
it's a way to go
zero-
out and have a good time.
Zero
Get your
chemistry.
dick wet, if you will.
That photo of her,
Or-
that
There we go.
hand on his shoulder.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think,
yeah.
I think. Look, I think it's to have a good time, and I think it's also
Have
why
a good
not?
time, baby.
I think it's good press. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
She is supposed to be a normal person. Why not try to go on normal dates? Is it a PR big stunt? Do I think there's some big driving force behind it? Not necessarily. I just think it's good PR, and they want to
they
go
have
out with
things
each
to
other.
promote,
And
and
why
it's-
not?
why not?
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
So
Speaking of being fucked.
I know. We're at the end. How did you feel?
Are at the end. Well,
Quickly, what would you grade before we get really? We'll get it. We'll get into it real quick.
of the season or just
the finale episode. Grade.
C.
Okay.
same. C.
Okay. But that was Betsy.
Okay.
Executive
EP,
producer.
Same. C.
Okay. C.
Oh.
C. Yeah. C is.
What do
C
you
is
think?
But C.
How do you see it?
I would say B minus. I'd say like an 81.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe I'm being nice. I'm being kind.
I think you're just being generous.
Being
on that.
soft.
You're trying to get our average out to like a high 78.
Yeah, I think a 78 is where it really stands. I think a 78 is a solid.
Yeah, like a C
Between-
plus.
Yeah,
Between
I
all
think a C+
three
is
of us,
good.
we land like at a
Yeah,
78.
we're gonna
Yeah,
land.
yeah.
We're gonna
Okay.
land the plane.
That's like what I made in school, so I feel comfortable
C's
with
are
that.
degrees.
C's are degrees,
C's
baby.
are degrees.
Yeah,
That's what my counselor mom told me, and I took it and I ran with it.
yeah, just like that vodka Coca-Cola.
This
I'm
drink,
so disgusted.
This drink is
And
a
I'm
D
sorry.
minus.
I
I'm
just
so
have to
grossed
say
out.
that drink is an F. And I don't excuse it because there were other options in the fridge that would have been.
I just saw
Fanta
the
and vodka would have been
Fanta.
way better.
I just didn't.
I don't understand. That drink is
I
very
haven't
2005.
had a Fanta.
It feels like a Diet Coke
I
vodka.
haven't had a Fanta since like 1995, so I didn't even remember really what that was going to taste like. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Guys, listeners out there, I know because
I
you're
know
listening to this right now, and I want you to know. I want you to DM us. Vodka Fanta or vodka Coca-Cola?
Okay,
Let's try that on for
You
size.
will be judged based on your responses.
I know, guys.
You will be Tamara Judge.
Guys, I know that it's a bad choice.
Is
but
it a bad choice?
I didn't want to waste it. I know I fucked it up, but look, I'm drinking it and it's starting to get watered down, and it's all right.
Now it's watery vodka.
You are a go-getter. You are aspirational.
You are
Guys, I
aspirational.
am the same person that drinks
Aspirational.
well tequilas on the rocks, which is people think that's like criminal, and I don't care because I say
You know
my,
what-
my palate can handle
You
it.
didn't want to do a Shannon Badura drink?
Just straight vodka
Just a pint full of vodka.
Exactly, vodka
with a
on
splash of ice.
With a splash of ice.
One lukewarm ice cube.
Oh, God.
No, I'm not quite at that level just yet.
Well, shall we get into it?
Let's do
And
it.
maybe
do
you'll
it.
be into it by the time we start.
I probably will.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to Reality Bites, the podcast where we'll deep dive into this week's buzziest reality TV and pop culture happenings.
I'm Betsy, and while I may be 9 to 5 by day, I'm a reality connoisseur by night.
And I'm JJ, a reality TV producer by trade, but my favorite pastime is dishing unfiltered dirt and behind-the-scenes scoop. We'll tackle the biggest and best water cooler moments of the week through an insider lens you won't find anywhere else.
Buckle up, buttercups.
Please don't tell me it's about Tom.
It's about Tom.
This is Reality Bites.
Guys, Gypsy Rose Blanchard is going to be released early from prison on parole.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When did that come out? Just now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Gypsy fucking
shit.
Rose.
Wow.
Betsy has no idea who we're talking
Who's
about.
that?
Betsy has no fucking clue. Do you not remember the Munchausen?
Munchausen by proxy, the
Oh.
HBO.
The documentary on
Yeah.
HBO?
What's it called again?
Through the Eyes of Gypsy Rose or something.
Oh, I never
Something
saw
like
that.
that.
Gypsy Rose colored glasses. Who knows?
Is this
I don't remember.
Is this the scripted story?
Yes,
that-
with Patricia Arquette.
Yeah,
you
the
watched
act,
it.
The
Yeah,
act. Okay,
yes.
okay. Well, I
Yes.
started it. I didn't finish it.
So she's going to be released.
So how long has she been in prison?
Ooh, I'm not sure. Let me see.
It has to be less than a decade, right? Or
Yes.
Okay.
It's been less than 10 years.
okay,
But she's going to be
Yeah.
released early.
on good behavior.
Wow, that's
I think so.
wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Early from prison.
Early on
God.
good
Somebody released me
behavior.
from this Peaker Blinder fucking prison I was in. That's what it felt like. I felt like I was in an episode of Peaky Blinders. I want to know what the fuck was Tamara wearing? She looked like a little
Oh
Joker.
my God.
Like a little Joker in a
She was scary
Loo,
clown.
loo, loo. She was a court
Yeah.
jester.
Mhm.
Yes, she was.
I
a
felt
court
like she was the
jester.
backup. She was the Joker on a set of cards, playing cards. Did
Yeah.
she not?
Yes,
Isn't that
she
called?
did.
What is it? It's a
The
Joker.
Joker.
It is the Joker.
It is
She
the
looks like
Joker. Yeah.
Yeah, this was really, really tough for me. I mean, the whole
What
episode
the fuck
was-
is this theme?
The whole episode was
Why
tough.
does they get it wrong every
I-
fucking year?
Every goddamn year.
I hate circuses, and they
hate clowns.
and because I'm not. Yeah, it's the clown stuff. I don't
Mhm.
like clown stuff. I don't like fun houses. I don't like
I
magicians.
feel bad. I feel bad saying this.
Well, but that's why it's okay if people
Okay.
are into that. That's great. It freaks me out.
We're in a safe
We
space.
can't help what we're afraid of.
Are we in a safe
No,
space though?
I think so.
Guys, if you love clowns and that's your thing, this is not the episode for you. I'm telling you right now to abort. I'm
Turn
telling
back.
you to abandon ship.
But the weird thing is that like I grew up watching it.
So did I.
Right.
Same.
I watched it.
But-
But I
love
think that's
Stephen
why
King.
I don't like clowns.
That's exactly why we don't. Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry as it.
Oh, well, he was fantastic.
Oh,
Stephen
God.
Curry. Yeah,
Yeah.
Stephen
Yeah,
Curry.
yeah,
It was.
Yeah.
Um,
Executive producer was looking at me like Steph Curry, the basketball player. I know she was. weren't you? Admit
No,
it.
in my head I was actually thinking Stephen King, and then I
Oh,
was
correct.
who wrote it, but then I was like
Curry,
Stephen
right?
Curry, and then it came to me. But yes, I was giving you a
Yes.
puzzled look for a moment. I acknowledge that.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I'm just
Yes.
not into circuses, okay?
I'm
Not
not.
very
I
much.
cannot.
It's not
I
what it is.
cannot
Unless
do a
it's
circus.
Tinsley
No.
who is officiating it, in
It's-
which
Oh,
case
yeah.
I
we're
will
here for
I will
it.
buy a ticket to anything Tinsley does. If Tinsley dresses
Circus
up,
or not.
if Tinsley dresses up as a clown, I'll have to drink vodka and Diet Coke, but I'll be there. Okay, I'll be there if it's Tinsley. But other
Oh,
than
maybe
that,
I did get it wrong.
It doesn't. It is Curry,
Curry.
but I don't know about the first name.
Cut this all out. I hate my life.
See, I knew it didn't sound right, but I didn't know what it was. But it
Tim
was,
Curry.
I was gonna say, I
Tim
know
Curry.
I know
Thank
it's Curry.
you.
Cut this all out.
Yeah.
I'm an embarrassment to society. I'm done. And I'm guys. This is me signing
And
off.
good night.
I am. I'm signing off. I really am.
Good night.
I-
It's
Bye.
okay. You know, look, this is just
Old Lang
second
Syne.
episode.
Cue it. With old
Tim,
acquaintance. Be
Just
forgot.
put in Tim Curry. Just put it in when she says Steve Curry. We'll just overlay it.
I know.
Tim
Executive
Curry.
producer thought I meant to say Tim Curry. Guys,
Please.
It is Stephen Curry. Steph Curry. Stephen Curry. Fuck me.
Stephen King.
Fuck me. I
Tim
hate my life.
Curry.
Honestly, I
Stephen
can't.
King, Tim
And
Curry.
guys, Tamara in the Joker outfit, the Peaky Blinders outfit, I'm scared.
She's having a hard
It's not
time.
good.
I'm scared.
It's not good.
The Cirque du Bro, I'm scared. Terry,
Whatever.
I'm
My girl
scared.
Heather looked the best out of everyone.
You need to.
No,
You take
Emily
it.
did.
Oh,
I
Emily
loved
Popcorn was
Emily
really
did
good.
look the
I
best.
love
Take
it.
it back.
But I don't take it back.
Shannon scared me. John Jansen
Shannon
scared
was
me.
scary.
Shannon was scary.
Yes.
What about Taylor's outfit?
Scared.
Oh my God.
I couldn't
cotton
tell. Was she
candy.
the cotton candy before or
Yes.
after she ate it?
Both.
I didn't know. Was this
It was
the
a
cotton candy?
transitional piece.
She wanted to be eaten. That's what she was saying.
It was
She was trying to
method.
say, "I'm bisexual. Eat me."
Oh God.
I'm serious. That's what I felt like she was trying to say. She was telling everybody, "I'm here and I'm
No,
queer.
She's just method.
I'm queer for it.
She's just method.
That's all she is.
I need her to no longer be method."
She's taking a couple of acting
Have
classes.
you seen the looks that they bring to the what they? I'm scared. What they were at the reunion. Did y'all see it?
I've seen a couple.
Okay.
I've seen
Taylor-
that couple. It's not good.
Taylor scares me. She
What
looks.
is going
She looks like
on?
the disheveled version of Angelica from Rugrats. Her little eyes. She looks like she looks like you know in cartoons
Yeah.
like paint and like that's what she looks like a cartoon
Like a shadowy
like a
raccoon
shadowy
eye.
raccoon-eyed version.
Why is
like
she wearing
looks
so
like
much
Melissa Gorka.
makeup?
I don't know. It's bad. It's bad.
It's
Oh.
bad. It's something's happening. I need adjust.
Okay. I've only seen
Abort.
Gina's outfit,
Exactly.
and I think I've seen Tamara's outfit. I haven't seen the still shot. I just saw the video where they were like revealing themselves.
You
But-
know, I don't know what's happening. Sometimes I'm sorry. I'm a little loose lips, and I know that'll sink ships. But I'm sorry.
Sink it.
Taylor's it looks
Battleship.
bad, and I never like. I never like.
What?
I never like commenting on women's looks, but Taylor.
Well, I-
like, why would she do that? She has like raccoon eyes. I don't understand.
I
I
don't
don't know.
understand
She obviously got some bad
Anyway.
advice. I haven't seen it yet, but
Well,
It's
we're
not good.
here.
we're here.
We are. We
We
made it to the end.
we call this episode the finale that is rated 78.
Well, coming
Um,
off of a trip that was probably rated 92.
I know,
So
and
I'm
I'm so
scared.
guys, I'm so sorry about the trip. Things just got away from us. I needed some mental health days.
Uh-huh.
And then,
There's
then we just got
4
behind.
shows airing right now.
There's 4
It's
shows airing, so we missed
insane.
some trips. So we might go back to do some trip stuff as we're going,
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Totally.
just to kind of set everything up a little
Well,
bit.
and
So
then there's 3 of us. Sometimes
Yeah.
the schedules don't always max out
Oh.
or meet up. Max
Align?
out. I don't know. What
I
I'm
think
trying to say.
align.
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 yeah, line.
They don't max. They
They don't max out my credit card,
Just like
daddy.
my credit card is maxed
my
out.
little daddy girl. Don't max. Daddy, can I have
Daddy?
a credit card? Don't max out my credit card.
Don't max it out, baby. Mine are max.
Welcome to the maxi pad. Here, don't
Yeah.
max it out, daddy.
So-
So did you hear that? Dumb. So executive producer's gonna lead this episode.
Yeah, we're gonna lean on executive producer big time.
Betsy's riding on that coattail. Just
I'm
ready.
not leading it.
Betsy.
I took some notes. One note. Let me see what my first
Betsy-
note is.
How do you feel about it? You feeling tired? You feeling
From OC?
lethargic? Yeah. You feeling a little tired?
My first note says Shannon and Emily go to the chiropractor. Lots of cracking and crackling noises.
Okay, the cracking noises, though.
It was
They
like-
were playing those up in post.
Guys, Post
I
was
hope
all
so.
Post was all over that.
Post
Oh,
is
yeah.
the hero so far.
Yeah.
They're really playing for comedy, and
Well, it worked.
I'm here for it. But yeah, we start with Shannon and Emily at the chiropractor. Shannon's ginormous elbow bruise. Where the fuck did that come
I
from?
think
boat.
she's just getting older.
Yeah.
Did y'all not
Yes.
see
She
how
just bruised
she
easily. I think she just bruises easily.
exported
Yeah.
herself into the ocean?
Yeah.
Yes, it
That's
was
where it
not.
came
It was
from.
not graceful.
Yeah, it was
Just
like
fall in, baby. Fall in.
Yes.
or jump in.
Just jump in.
It felt like outer space. I felt like that's what she was trying to orbit. She was trying to put herself into orbit.
Isn't everything Shannon's
Okay.
kind of in outer space?
Also, this doctor, her chiropractor, this was also the guy that was like, Shannon, you're fat. Remember when she had gained weight and she was like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, oh man, Shannon, wow, ooh, how'd you get here? Why
Yeah.
you here? Oh,
I
Shannon, you're
remember
fat.
that
Remember
scene.
that?
I do.
Do you remember that?
Oh
She's
my
like,
God,
I don't know
that
what to say.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Shannon, I love you,
Oh.
but you're fat.
Oh,
And I was like,
God.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus.
Yeah. Do you remember that?
Yes,
I do.
I remember that scene vividly, but I must have not
Connect
been
him to
paying close attention because I didn't connect him with this.
Just like
scene.
I don't know Tim Curry and Stephen Curry. You're like, I'm connecting that scene, but I'm not. I'm there.
Right.
It's somewhere there, Curry.
Yes, it's somewhere
Curry,
within my
it's in
brain, but
Yeah.
it's lost.
It's something. And then we get Emily. Okay, I am living for Emily's interview bites.
Are you?
In the chair? Yeah,
I know,
when
she's
she's like
in the chair.
in the chair, in the chair.
Chair of a lifetime.
But the BDSM stuff.
Oh,
where
that
she's
was
like,
funny.
"Oh, is Shannon into BDSM? What does that mean?" And just
Yes.
spitballs.
Do you know what
big
it is?
dick, bondage, bondage, and sadomasochism.
Betsy,
Oh,
we're gonna
well,
try,
so
try one more time.
Okay.
I'm
I thought
closer
it
than
was-
Emily.
I know it's
be.
bondage, but then I thought it was like dominatrix or submiss, like BD.
Bondage. It's
like
dominance.
Discipline,
Oh, bondage, discipline.
Oh.
dominance, submissive,
Okay. BDSM.
bondage,
Bondage,
discipline,
discipline.
I said
dominance.
Well, I
But
said
that's submission.
dominatrix, so I was kind of
no,
there.
that's BD.
There's two
S.
D's.
Guys, I'm
Oh.
stoned.
Are there two? No.
Well, no, there's not.
I have
two
it in
Ds,
my
but it's
notes.
discipline and dominance.
Masochism, yes.
Okay.
Discipline, domination, submission,
Okay.
sadism, masochism. Whatever.
Well,
guys,
Emily's is way better.
guys, I know
Jury's still out,
nothing.
guys. Jury's still
the
out.
jury's still out. Do not DM us
we
okay.
will have Googled it by then. We do
because
yes.
y'all are gonna all end up in the restricted.
Oh,
Oh,
because of the
yeah,
language?
exactly. Y'all, exactly, they will. BDSM. Do you not know? And then people are like, do you want to know what BDSM? And then y'all are gonna all end up in that
that restricted list.
that restricted inbox list.
We know
That's
we know
I
it
don't
has
wanna be
very
restricted.
little to do with Spanx.
We
We
know
got
that.
that. We're pretty sure
That's
that's
the
eliminated.
only kind of bondage that Shannon
Yeah.
likes.
I love that. She's like, she really is bonded in there.
I think
with those
I think it is
Spanx.
submission masochism or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll move on. I had it in my notes, but I fucked it up. Just like I fuck everything
Well,
up.
I
in
knew
life,
it was
guys.
bondage, and then I thought it was like dominate. Like,
Yeah.
I had dominatrix, which is like dominant. So
We all watch
thing.
I'm
Billions.
basically there.
Exactly.
I didn't watch
If
that
any
show.
of our
Really?
if any of our
great show.
listeners and the only the ones that are involved with BDSM, you can be anonymous, of course. Let us know. Let us know how we fucked it up.
No judgment here at all.
No, absolutely.
Whatsoever.
No fucking way. We don't know.
Absolutely not.
Express
No, no,
yourself,
no,
baby.
no.
Express it. Express it.
Yes.
Anyway.
We only judge based on
Anyway.
drink choice. That's it.
Yes, we judge you based on drink choice.
It's okay. Accept
Yeah.
it.
Ugh.
Accept it.
I'm like Bryn.
Submit.
I'm like
Eyes
Bryn.
wide open.
Jenna, I'm drinking pineapple juice for us.
Oh God.
Oh,
Like Teresa.
God.
Yeah.
Did she say that?
Yes, Bryn and her queer rating. Jenna.
I
I'm
missed
drinking
that.
pineapple juice for the both of us.
Oh, I didn't. I missed
Exactly.
that.
By the way, I missed that too.
Did you not when they were in Anguilla?
I missed
No.
I'm
it.
drinking pineapple juice for us, Jenna.
I
Oh
totally
my
missed
God.
Yeah.
I missed that
I
too.
just-
I did not
too
miss
much.
that. It was in my
Doing
notes, but I
too
forgot she was
much.
doing a lot. Just like I was doing, trying to figure out what BDSM meant.
that. That too.
anyway, sorry. Eeps, go ahead.
Well,
Executive
so
Back
producer.
to the program.
Back to the program. So that we get the chiropractor, the preamble, and whatnot, and then they sit down and they start talking about the Heather of it all.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we didn't talk about the trip in the last few weeks.
We did not.
What do y'all think about the Heather calling them losers? It was Tamra, the
Now-
crux of. I was gonna say Anguilla, but it was Mexico.
I felt very seen in this episode only because, and this is what made me so kind of sad that we didn't cover some of the trip, because the entire time during this trip, I kept saying, and I know that Betsy, an executive producer, know this, but I kept saying, guys, loser is not in Heather Page Kent's vernacular. It's not that she wouldn't say something that is akin to that, but she just doesn't say loser. She's just not a person who says loser.
You're right.
So when we get to this episode and Heather says that, I'm going, yes, guys, loser is not in Heather Page Kent's vernacular. It's just not something she says.
No,
It's
she
not
doesn't
really.
call people losers.
She just doesn't. Now, she might call some people like low lives or whatever the fuck, but
White trash.
Pedestrian or
exactly.
white
Well,
trash.
you know Heather Page Kent the best because you study her. I know that you have a little shrine to Heather Page Kent.
Let
Stop
the
it.
record state she's looking
Stop
at
it.
Eeps.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Let the record state.
As
I'm
if there
looking at
was any
executive.
confusion.
I'm looking at executive producer here.
As if there's any
What do you think that
confusion.
she would have said? And like, if you had to translate it to Heather Page Kent speak, what would it be? Google Translate for us.
They're just being very they're being very low class.
Okay.
They're
Got
being
it.
very classless.
Oh,
Or they're
okay.
it would be something that's a little
Crass.
they're being crass.
They're being a
Yeah.
little crass.
It'd be a little, highfalutin.
Highfalutin.
Yeah.
Highfalutin.
She'd be highfalutin.
Low grade bullshit. Remember when she said that?
Yes.
Punitive. That's
Punitive.
my favorite. When she
Oh,
goes,
I love when she says
punitive.
punitive.
God.
My favorite is when Heather goes,
I do not like
I'm trying
that.
to self-actualize. Okay. I'm
I'm trying to be
self-actualizing.
self-actualized.
I'm trying to be self-actualized.
Look, Heather's getting the raw fucking deal.
Do you think that?
Yes, I
Okay.
think she was getting hammered in Mexico. Or she says,
She
dog
was.
fucked.
She was getting butt fucked.
Wow.
She says dog fucked. Well, then they do the montage with her and
Oh,
Terry
I
scene
did
yeah.
see
of
that.
all of like the time,
I was like, I don't
everyone
need
came
to see
after
the
her.
dog humping that pillow
then-
or whatever the fuck that is. I was
The
like,
dog
that's
humping a
enough.
pillow.
That's enough
I
for
think
me.
that
That
she's
pillow
getting.
was Heather.
I think that she's getting the raw end of the deal.
You do.
I think she's getting a little bit of an unfair shake.
Okay.
Now, do I think that she is highfalutin? Yes,
Yeah,
I do
fuck
think she's
yeah, she
highfalutin.
is.
She is.
But guys, she's always been this way. I was just recently watching season 7 because I wanted to backtrack and remember Shannon in her first season.
Oh, it's one of the greatest
Great
seasons.
time.
The heaviest vodka pours I've ever seen in my life.
Dorinda Medley.
Very. She does a Dorinda medley pour like you would not believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Shannon Bedore's pours. Throwing that up in Newport.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go back a little bit. And what's interesting is that God, it's almost like a parallel universe. The same type of things that they're upset with Heather for this season are the same types of things that they're upset for her in that season, right? And
Because
it's
it
not
never fucking changes.
exactly. And I understand Emily Simpson and her argument saying, like, I get it, that we can't always just be like, this is just Heather. This is just Heather. But in some weird, strange way, it is just Heather.
Yes.
The difference is that Emily just doesn't have the same experience with her the way that the other women have because they've just been around longer.
Yeah.
But this is just Heather. And I do think that oftentimes it is a little easy to go to her and kind of put the bullshit a little bit on Heather because Heather doesn't want to be involved.
Absolutely.
Heather doesn't want to be this. And the thing is that everyone's kind of upset with her, but there is a divisiveness. And on one side, they're upset with her, and on the other side, they're upset with her, but it's kind of for different reasons. And one of them, I understand where Gina and Emily are kind of coming from. Tamara, I'm just like, get on out.
Tamara
Get
is
on out.
systematically
Big
targeting.
words from you.
This is true.
Guys, get on out.
Oh. You gotta go with Tamara.
It's too much for me.
I agree. that
But
it's
does
too
that make
much.
sense? Like they're all kind of upset with her,
Yes.
but some of them I feel are valid, and others I'm like, we need to
Well-
recircle that. We need to circle that again. We need to come back. We need to check that. We need to check that again.
check
Do
it
not
again.
pass go.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Add
not
the
collect
math up again.
$200.
We need to check
math
the
ain't nothing.
numbers. We
Yes.
need to carry the one, take it down, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. With Gina and Emily, look, I think they're being a little gullible, but I understand where they're coming from because
Sure.
they've been good friends to Heather. They've kind of had her back. They thought that they had real friendships, and they believe that she's talking shit behind their backs
Why?
because of Tamara.
Why are we believing Tamara though? Get
We
on-
shouldn't
get
be.
real.
That's what's so infuriating.
Question mark.
They-
Why do we believe Tamara? Question mark.
They both started the season saying
I
Tamara's
don't-
not trustworthy and that she's conniving.
Correct.
Why the 180?
Exactly. Why are they being gullible to this? I don't know.
I agree.
That's a great
I think
question.
it's insane.
That's what do you think?
I had a hard time with one of my favorites, which is Gina, towards the beginning of the
Gina?
episode. It's not Gina, it's China.
It's China. The
Now,
Long Island Lolita.
she came around later in the episode for me, but to me, they're using, and by there, I'm talking about Tamara, but everybody gets on board. They're using Heather as a scapegoat.
Yes, that is
Yes.
correct, Mundo.
And-
I agree with that.
And I'm sorry.
Same.
Tamara and Gina have had some issues throughout the entire season. And we're just going to take Tamara's word for it at the table.
I mean,
I didn't call them losers. You did.
Bass Lake. You go to Bass Lake. Wasn't it very that?
Yes.
It's very just
Yes.
like we get it. We understand you.
Like,
We
why?
hear you.
Like, I was actually very
We hear
irritated
you.
with Gina. Instead of her just being like, oh, that's absolutely not true. Heather wouldn't do that. at least be like, well, I don't know. Heather, did you? She doesn't even ask Heather. She's not even like,
No, I know.
Heather, did
It's
you
wild.
say
There's
that?
no giving
She just
benefit of the
instantly-
doubt.
She instantly is like, wow, I can't believe you would do that.
I know. It's
If
wild.
If I
It's
were
insane.
Heather,
insane.
I would be like, fuck you. Well, whatever
And
she
she
says.
is.
I know.
Low class bullshit. Whatever she says in her
Loser.
vernacular.
Loser.
I
Get
would
it,
be
loser.
pissed. And
I'd be pissed too.
of our tripod, I like Heather, but I'm probably the least
A
on Heather.
throuple?
Our throuple. But honestly, Heather, I'm on Team Heather big time for all of this shit.
Thank
Same.
you.
And I'm
How do you feel about it?
disappointed
I feel
with the
great.
other fucking castmates that they,
Yeah.
especially Emily. Like,
Emily should fucking know
should
better.
have been the one that's like, well,
Something's not
no,
adding
like,
up.
I know.
understand she has
Emily's
her,
just not with it. I don't know why she is not with it.
but she has her own issues with Heather. But she's letting
But that's
that
what I'm saying.
blind
Her
her
issues are
judgment.
different.
They
That's
always
why she
understand
can't-
Heather. They think that she's always coming from a place of
I
like
know.
she's better than
No,
because she has more money. Yes,
she-
she has more money, but she really doesn't think she's better than all of them.
Guys, we always. I'm
Fundamentally.
not trying to be ugly, and I don't mean to put this on mothers. I love you guys, but we need to look to the mother. If you are Gen X, we need to look to the mother.
Yes.
If Heather is the way that she is, let's look to mom. We need to be looking at mom.
And I know we'll
And
get
she
to
does,
this, but
and
she talks about
she talks
that.
about it. And I've been saying this, and I've been saying it since we saw mom. Well, since we were introduced to mom ages ago when she first came on the scene, Heather did. But when we got reintroduced to mom last season, her father had since passed, and we get reintroduced to mom. We get reintroduced to why Heather is the way that she is. And it's like,
Yes.
and I'm not saying excuse, but we just need to give a little latitude. I get the perception that Heather is like highfalutin and she's like, she's better than everybody. But the reality is Heather's is as insecure as the rest of us, okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Heather is
Oh,
insecure.
big time. That's why
okay?
she shows up to each event and has gifts for the ladies.
She wants to be perfect because Heather had to live as though she needed to be perfect all the time. That's the person we're seeing. That is not Heather Dubrow. That is not Terry Dubrow. That is Heather.
Yes.
It's
Insecure
conditioning.
Heather. That is Heather Page Kent.
That
Yeah.
is Heather Page.
That is Heather
Kent.
Page Kent, Syracuse. You know?
Westchester, Chappaqua
What-
girl.
That's what I'm saying, Chappaqua. Think about it. Chappaqua, Kennedy, Westchester.
The Clintons live there.
And
Exactly.
I
The Clintons.
think there is.
I don't know if that's a good callback, but
I think
I mean,
there's.
I grew up there too.
okay, but it's 2023. You know, I think we have to let go of Clinton.
I'm just saying that they live
Did you
there.
let go?
Chappaqua.
I think there's truth to the fact that Tamara came into this season,
Yeah.
and I think of the cast that we have, yes, she knew that she was going to have to mend and fix fences with Shannon because
Sure.
that matters to her. The Tres Amigas.
Yes.
I think Heather was the
Mm-hmm.
only castmate on this group that maybe was a conflict of like an alpha type for
A
her.
threat for her.
Yeah.
To have her
To
alpha
have
thrown.
an alpha.
Yeah.
Heather
And-
came back last season
Yeah.
and made her big entrance.
And she and Shannon, Heather and Shannon, kind of mend fences themselves. So
Yep.
they were friends. Not saying they were good friends, but they were on okay terms. And I think it's easy to have a target on your back, meaning Heather, for Tamara, because Tamara really did do her best to try to shake it up a lot with Heather.
She really did all
she
season.
really
And it
did.
reeked these past few episodes.
I
mean,
mean, but
Heather
the woman,
calls
it hit the women took a very long time to pick up what
was really
Heather's like.
happening.
Come on,
And
pick
it
up what I'm
barely
trying to put down here.
I mean, it barely happens at this last party.
That's what I'm saying. Tamara is rooted in all of this.
Correct.
All of
And
it, the Shannon shit.
Exactly. And I need to understand the podcast.
Oh, it was so confusing.
It is
The way
confusing.
that I'm understanding it is that Heather makes a joke saying that, come on, we don't want to hang out with these losers, meaning Jen, Dr. Jen,
hmm
and Noella.
Right.
Okay. So
Fair and valid statement.
exactly. So she brings up the podcast and she shows Gina
Right.
when they have their mafia wives dinner moment. And guys, Heather Dubrow dressed on purpose for that.
Oh.
And
They both
Gina
looked dynamite.
and Gina knew it. Okay. Gina knew why she came there dressed. I had this happen on Southern Charm between Austin and Craig. I told Austin, I was like, you need to dress out a little bit, be a little boyish looking. And then Craig showed up in a 3-piece suit like a loser. Okay.
Oh, so
And
charming.
they both did it on purpose, but I knew that Austin would look more endearing and more
Approachable and endearing.
approachable. And he did. And he wore his glasses, like I said. Anyway, ding ding ding. Get it. Not getting it this season though, Charm. I cannot wait to cover.
Oh God.
Anyway, so Oh, Heather like completely dressed up, and Gina knew it.
Like a lawyer.
And Gina
yeah,
knew it
she
the
was in
second
that,
she
like,
walked in.
power
She was in her
dress.
Prada Power suit.
Yes.
Her Prada Power pussy suit. Soot.
She goes, "You're angry."
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sure am.
But this is Heather. But this is Heather's mom. This is Heather. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
just it's just not working for Tamara, and she knows
No,
that.
it's not.
Guys, if you can already tell, this is going to be a theme episode. We're just going to go kind of themes, like based on, I put it in quotations, characters, okay?
And
Characters.
feelings.
And feelings and where
Character
the fuck we're
development.
going. Because
Yeah.
we're not going scene by scene because we already had to watch that once. We don't want to put y'all through that.
Heather
okay?
Page Kent DeBro.
Heather
So-
Page Kent. Yeah, we're doing that.
We're flying by the seat of
Oh,
our
well, that's what we're all
pantalones.
saying. I think we're all on Heather's side.
Yes,
That's what
we're,
we're
Oh,
we're
saying.
all
we're
on
all
Heather's
on
side.
Heather's
Big time.
side here at Reality Bites.
And it was sad to see her so sad in
She was
Mexico
so sad
too.
in Mexico.
Like she was really
dejected.
upset and
She was so
really
dejected in Mexico. It was
I know
really
I love
sad
her,
to
but
see
like
her dejected.
Betsy, I'm looking to you because I feel like you are the most critical of her
Yeah.
of the three of us. So did you feel that she was in the right in terms of, feeling upset and and dejected and like wanting to go home in Mexico?
100%.
You did. Okay, see, I feel validated.
1,000%. I actually have liked Heather a lot this season. There's been some hiccups here and there,
Sure.
some Heatherisms that I just like, there
Yeah,
she
I get
is. A lot of them involve Terry. But for the most
the
part,
love of my life.
I really enjoyed her. But I gotta be honest, I'm harder on Tamara than anyone. And
That's fair.
Tamara was really, really rough this season.
Yes, she
and
was.
I think
She
she
was
was
doing a
really
lot.
unfair. I think she was over the top. And so when I put them together, it's easier for me to root for Heather because whatever you want to say about Heather Fance Pants, obnoxious, looks down on people, she's always sort of who she is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that's unlikable, but when you put it in this group, I think the way she was treated in where were they? They were in
Mexico.
okay. Where were they though?
Playa
Tulum.
Tulum.
Oh, okay. Like she was treated unfairly.
Thank
She
you.
really was.
The punishment didn't fit the crime.
No,
and
it
there
didn't.
is a truth.
Whatever crime there was,
is a truth to
it
Heather that
wasn't
she
there.
says all the time. She doesn't say this because she wouldn't say this, but the idea is, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Like if she had told them about the house,
They would
Prior,
have mocked
It's
her.
a double bind.
It would
they
not
want
have
to tell about the
mattered.
house, but they also don't want to hear about
it
the house
would
because you're selfish.
not have mattered.
It wouldn't.
It's all about
exactly.
you. But we want to hear
So-
about but you're cold and you never talked about your life.
And I will say, I think
don't
she
share.
does a pretty fair job of the women coming at her a lot and just kind of taking it.
Yeah.
Like she sits there and she's like, I don't know about that. And she'll kind of defend herself. But I think at the end of the trip, when she gets up, she's had enough.
Yeah.
And if I would be upset if I were she. That's all I'm saying.
I think it's
All
like,
right.
here's an example.
Okay,
She
you feeling good?
Yeah, I feel good about that.
Okay.
I really do.
An example would be she starts following Emily, okay, on Instagram. Do I think it's weird that she wasn't following Emily before? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all
But
about
she's
that.
following her now. So can we celebrate her following her now? Or no? Do we have to go, oh, why are you just not following me? You know what I mean?
There's
Yeah.
always something to
I think
say.
there's a choice there. Can we go oh my God, Heather's following us. She's trying to be inclusive or she's trying to join in. She's here, she's arrived. Or do we need to go and see, guys, this is why I can't take her. She's just
Right.
not following me. I mean, what you know
took
what I
you
mean?
this long.
That to me, and it is a good example. We could have just gone in she's following us.
They
Right, why make it a
Tease her a
thing?
little bit, but let's move on.
they piled
Nope.
on her, and
Exactly.
she's an easy target, and they make fun of her all
Exactly.
the time.
They did. Yeah,
They really
that's
do.
exactly right.
And I think a part of this is just kind of who she is. I don't think it's anything. It's not an act. And I think sometimes they look at her as being very judgmental in a lot of ways where I just don't think that she is mean. Guys, she's friends with Jenny fucking McCarthy, for Christ's sake. And they look like
Seriously.
very good friends. They're very good friends.
there was photo evidence
yes,
over the
look
years.
look at that juxtaposition. Heather is that friend in the friend group. She's that friend in the friend group that can just never let loose and is always kind of a little anal retentive, a little more, careful. Is always erring on the side of caution that is a little boring. Okay, a
Little tightly wound.
a little
Yes,
tightly wound, a little
yes,
and
yes.
a little and boring. But every once in a while they drink a little too much, and that Heather Kent Page Dubrow whatever comes out, and you see them.
the freak flag flies.
The free flag
Like when we
flies,
saw her in
okay?
New York with Gina last
Exactly.
season.
Yes.
It's there. And I think that sometimes I get it. She's annoying. I get it.
Oh,
But-
yeah,
But,
of course.
to me, she's Melissa Joan Hart in, what is it? What's the movie? Can't hardly wait.
Drive me
No,
crazy.
it's Drive
Me
Oh, it is.
Crazy.
No. It is
Can't
Can't Hardly Wait with the
Can't
yearbook.
Hardly Wait, yes.
With the yearbook. She wants everyone to sign the yearbook.
Yes.
Yes.
These are our memories.
Melissa Joan Hart. These are our memories. Sign it. That's Heather, guys. You know, just
Like annoying, but like
Yeah.
Heather doesn't always.
She doesn't get it.
She
doesn't get it,
mean-
but gets it.
She doesn't mean harm. That's
No.
the thing.
Doesn't mean harm.
She's not
No.
malicious.
No.
She may be highfalutin. She may
tone deaf
just
at times.
Tone
She's
deaf.
very
She may
tone deaf,
look
guys. She's
down,
very-
whether it's subconscious or not. But I
Guys,
don't
we
think
need
she
to give
means
grace.
malicious.
Give grace, give prayer. We are in Montana at a high-end resort. Give thanks, give prayer.
Oh yeah, out of touch.
Because
big time.
look what this could have been us. We could be wearing garments in the pioneer days in Utah.
Y'all, if we have to start building housewife franchises on people that are not out of touch, I don't want to watch
satire.
it.
I don't
It's
want to watch
satire.
that
You know what I
show.
mean?
I
Like,
don't want to
come
watch that
on.
franchise.
Ah.
Being out of touch, the right mixture of out of touch is really crucial for the rest of it.
That's what I'm
It is.
saying. So anyway, I
Dash
just
up.
really felt for Heather this entire
So
trip.
did I.
I think she's kind of just a little nerd loser. A little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Poor
And
Heather.
Ironically,
Ironically,
we love
she's the
Heather.
loser.
Yeah. We love
No,
Heather. We love
don't think
Heather.
that. We don't think that. Neep certainly doesn't think that.
I
It's
do
just like
not think that.
No.
It's like
You are my
having a
Chappaqua
dream
sister.
right now.
I know. Y'all both grew up in Chappaqua.
We did. It's true. Anyway,
And her Long Island Lolita nails.
her fucking
Her
Long Island Looney.
but if you go, her but if you go nails.
Yes.
Oh, but a fuko.
Yeah, she had her long Heather had her Long Island Lolita
With
nails.
her French tips.
The French tips all
yeah.
throughout this trip.
Okay.
She was rocking
I felt
them.
it.
She was feeling her old self.
Her old self.
So before, I know we jumped ahead a little bit, but we get to the costume. We have that costume store
Yes.
with Tamra and Gina and Jen. First of all, I feel like Tamra and Jen did not leave the trip on a good note, did they?
No, that's what I thought too. So I was a little confused too.
That's
Okay, so
confusing.
were you confused about that?
Yes, and they
so
didn't
was
address
I.
it.
Were you confused by this?
They had that shaman or whatever, and they hugged it out.
Okay, whatever. That felt bullshit to me.
Oh, it didn't go bad again after that? I feel like that.
Correct. No, because it all turned on Heather.
Oh, yeah.
So
well, bad for her.
Okay.
technically, their
Fine.
last scene was
Thank you.
them
Fine,
hugging.
fine,
they
fine,
they did the
fine.
typical housewife. Let's just move on, okay? No accountability from Tamara, and I think Jen is just so desperately like, can we please just fucking never talk about this ever fucking again? But yeah, no real resolution, no fucking way.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all very OC,
It's all
very Beverly Hills.
easy.
I'm over it.
A band-aid.
Okay, but I
hate it.
stand corrected. They had the shaman. That's
but in a
right.
real way, no.
But not in a real way.
Right.
But we do get the theme for the party, which, God, couldn't we just had a different fucking theme than the circus?
Guys,
The
I'm-
cirque.
Okay, I hate this theme.
Well, it's terrifying.
It
It's
makes
so
me,
bad.
It makes me really ill, and by the way, I will never forgive Gina for this. Who thought that this would be an appropriate theme?
This is awful.
And freak show, I was like, if we're gonna do freak show, then let's do like mutiny, like let's do like a little horror, let's do it fun. But no, this was just my nightmare.
No, this was
I
just
hated
literally
this.
circus.
I fucking hated it all. I didn't understand why anybody was dressed the way that they were. Tamara just freaked me the fuck out the
It
whole
was so
fucking
bad.
time. We
Thank
by
God
the
we
way,
didn't see much of Eddie, but we haven't seen much of Eddie
guy,
all season.
we saw this was the first time we saw
Dude,
Eddie.
Eddie was the Phantom.
And it was
Eddie-
the Phantom, literally.
Eddie bookend. We saw him in the first episode and the last episode.
That
and
was it.
Where was Eddie?
I don't know. I
But we
feel like we saw
really
Ryan
did not
more than we
see
saw
him.
Eddie.
The only speaking part he had was "Don't throw any wine."
And I'm joking, guys. I know that Eddie was a little bit more in it, but yes.
No, we're
Eddie-
not joking.
Barely.
Bookend.
Eddie didn't want to be there. The only way that he said yes is if he got to paint his face white. He said, "I want to
And-
blend in and look like I'm in a character. I don't want to be on the show."
Be nowhere.
It's just
Exactly.
Why don't we
I
have any?
hated-
We have no personal story from Tamara,
I know.
other than the fact that Cut
Whatsoever.
Fitness closed, and that was it. That's not enough.
we really didn't. That was not
what
enough.
the fuck is going on with you and Eddie?
I know.
What's going on with you and your mom? What's going
I
on?
know. We
never
We
saw
know
her again after
nothing.
the first
What's
episode.
going
know.
on with you and Ryan? Nothing.
Eeps, what do you think?
I think it's bullshit.
You do?
I think she came back in this big return, and we got. Betsy's right. We got absolutely no
We
personal
got no
story.
personal story, and that's
We-
what I wanted. I
Yeah.
wanted a personal story.
And what's so fucked up is that literally the first scene of the season, which
I
is
know.
at Tamara
Yep.
and Eddie and the mom at the house, we set up a roadmap for a personal story arc for Tamara. She and Eddie having to figure out what's next. That Cut Fitness is closing.
Yeah.
That mom moved into the house, and they're in a dry spell, if I'm remembering correctly. Like it
There's
was
a lot
all
of
these-
meat
there was-
there.
yeah, and it was like giving us an amuse-bouche for
I
what
know.
is to come.
I know
And then-
a little taste of nothing.
We had a menu for like a 12-course tasting menu, and we got a course and then it just stopped coming out. Like, what happened?
I know.
It was an Aaron event. No food. No food
I
at all.
enjoyed seeing Tamara, but I got to be honest, the return wasn't worth the squeeze.
She was loud.
You were
and-
disappointed. I think you were probably the most excited. Were you disappointed?
I think so, because as much as I think that she brought to the show, I also think that she took that away from the show.
She tainted it a little bit.
But like, as much as she brought in utility, we missed out on personal story. And that's what I think. Then that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I think that the show could have been much more enriched. I think I understand what she was doing with Jen, but it
I
was
don't.
too much. I get it. We get it. She doesn't care. I don't believe her fucking story today with Ryan.
No.
She's legitimately trying to get him to say,
But-
did you do it? I know you did it. And Ryan still says no. And she's going to believe what she believes. God damn it, she's going to stand by her man.
It doesn't work
You know what I
because
mean?
her scene
I mean,
partner
why not?
doesn't care.
That's what I
If
mean.
her scene partner is Shannon and having a freak out and like then it matters and then we're like, oh, we have an interesting story here.
Yeah.
When you're going after someone who just doesn't care or at least is showing on camera, hey, I already know about this and it is what it is. I don't care. You look like a fool.
I know.
And
You look like the asshole.
Tamara looked like a fool the entire season to me. Jen was not the storyline, and she tried so hard
It was
to make
too
it.
much for me.
Jen never budged, other than the little bit that we saw on the
Yeah,
trip
but-
when she finally broke. But even that wasn't even that big of a deal. She played it all wrong, and
Of course.
I feel kind
And
of
here's the
embarrassed for
thing.
Tamara.
Do we think that Jen thinks that we know that she's fucking a little delusional? Yes,
Of course.
Jen
She
knows.
does. She
Jen is
knows.
in on it, guys. Jen knows. Jen is just doing her best to make it look a certain type of way, but Jen knows. Jen is not a fool. I really don't. I don't think
Jen did a good fucking job. This
I think that
season,
Jen knows that Ryan has not necessarily been true to his word. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
But I don't think that
No,
she
yeah.
wants to lean in. I don't think she wants to lean into, you're right, guys. Ryan is a cheater. No, I think she's trying to move away from that. As much as she may go, I know that he has, or maybe he didn't, and we get a little bit of that today in this episode. But she doesn't care. And if Jen doesn't care, I cannot care.
No.
I personally cannot
Exactly,
care. And I
same.
can't care as a producer either.
No.
Yeah.
If they can't care, I can't care. I cannot make them care. And Tamara, dog with a
She
bone.
is dog with a
Dog
And-
with a bone.
And the nail in the coffin was in the scary party scene when
God, the end event.
she looked at Jen at some point and was like, "I just want you to be happy." No, you fucking don't. if that was fucking true, we wouldn't have that. We wouldn't have had
No, you
this story.
fucking don't. I just
want
we
you to be
wouldn't
happy
have
with the
had this
caveat.
I know.
storyline the entire season. We would not have had it. We're saying it now because that's our closure.
Yeah.
I just
I
want you
know.
to be happy.
It's not you to
Look,
be happy.
Bullshit.
Here's my thing. Tamara did way
know.
too much with Jen. It was a dog with a bone, and she was an asshole about it.
She was a total
I also
asshole.
would be remiss if I didn't say and acknowledge that the show this season needed Tamara.
I know,
Tamara
that's
saved
what
the
I mean.
show, but she also fucked things up. She also fucked certain things up along the way.
I know, that's what I mean.
There were missed opportunities, but
I co-sign.
without Tamara, this cast is boring.
I agree. I agree.
Because Tamara also gives us
I
Vicky.
know.
Shannon was
I
infinitely
know.
more interesting this season than last season because of Tamara.
I know. And that's
Okay.
why I think Tamara got away with not having any personal
She did.
story. And that's why she got away with
Next
it.
season, it's
We're
not
gonna-
going to be the same.
I don't think it's going to be the same next season. We're going to have to see some personal
because
story,
also
Tamara.
we know that
we
Vicky's
love you,
coming back
Tamara.
next season. It's
We
not gonna-
love you, Tamara.
We love you, Tamara, but you got to do better.
Yeah, we
and
had to see
Vicky's
some
going to come
personal
back as a
story.
friend of, which no one. This is not
How do we feel about
confirmed, but
that?
like, let's be real. That's
do we feel?
totally going to happen. I
That's,
feel great.
that's the only
about
way
it.
that I can stomach it.
You think so? Okay, great.
Give me, yeah, Tracy. Me this.
I don't think Vicky. I'm sorry. I don't think Tamara saved anything Vicky did. Vicky brought me the comedy I needed
Yeah,
in
but
like
Vicky
4
would
episodes.
never have come in if it wasn't
That's
for
fine.
Tamara.
So I'll let Tamara be like the
conduit?
Yeah, like she's the assist.
okay.
Okay, that's fine. Look,
I get that. She's a Scottie Pippen.
I get it. Tamara does add the volume. She adds conflict and stuff
Yes.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree that this cast is a little bit lackluster. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
okay, that's all I'm asking.
But I think that she is like 50-50. So to me, she's a wash.
Okay.
And I guess in gambling, breaking even is a win.
Okay.
To me,
Did you enjoy this
to me,
season more than last season?
She broke even.
I think breaking even is a perfect analogy.
Yes, I think so. But
I
I,
kind
might
of agree with that.
But I might attribute more of that to Jen than I would to Tamara. But maybe I'm fooling myself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think we're all kind of saying the same
And
thing.
I like Taylor. Honestly, Taylor I thought was a good addition, which I was shocked.
Also came in through Tamara.
Listen, Tamara. Yes, I think that Tamara. Oh, she bugs the shit out of me.
I
But
know.
listen, it's
I know.
passion. I'm
It's-
very
it's-
passionate. I'm very
exactly.
passionate for
Look.
Tamra. I think Tamra's a dynamite housewife. I think she's an amazing OG. I thought this season was so fucking sloppy.
It was.
It was like
I agree.
it was like watching a quarterback trying to come back after like 5 seasons being out of the league and out of shape, and they try so hard and they have a terrible, terrible, terrible season. That's what I thought of. That's what I thought of Tamra.
Hey, look, I can respect.
But I
that.
still think
Well, we're still, this is where at the costume store. This is where Tamara's like, if Heather had things that she wanted to come talk to me about, if I was
should
saying
talk to
nasty
me.
things, she should have talked to me.
Is that what you would have done, Tamra?
Yeah, Tamara, is that
I
what
wanna
you
know.
would have done?
Put the mirror up. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Who is
Who's the biggest liar face of them all?
exactly? Ooh.
Liar face.
Liar face?
Ooh, she's liar face.
And this we set up the lunch as well, the
Yeah.
texts between Heather and Gina.
No exclamation marks. Hey, period. Oh, because that's right. That's right. That's right. Heather, we cut between this, Heather and Terry. She's like
Yes,
debriefing
at the
him
new
on
rental.
like, that's right.
Exactly.
Shout
They
out
came-
to Josh and Heather Altman.
They came through on
Shout
the rental.
out,
That's
Altmans.
right.
Shout out.
So she's kind of, debriefing Terry and kind of telling him what was
That she
going
got dog
on.
fucked
Yeah.
in
And he's
Mexico.
like, ooh,
God, I know,
wow,
so
ouch,
funny.
ouch. There was, sometimes when Terry comes on, I kind of gloss over, but I think
know.
I
She
think
tries
I
to forget
did.
him.
I think I did. There was a moment that I laughed out loud with. Let me see.
What was
if I can
that?
find it. So obviously she's like, okay, well, Gina texted me. She wants to go to lunch or whatever. And Heather was saying like, I just don't know, Terry. Like, I don't know if I can go with like an open mind. I think I'm pretty closed off. He's like, try to have one. And she's like, no, I don't think I can. He's like, try to have half of a mind or something. Like, it's just so stupid. He's like, try to have half of a mind open. And I just like, Terry,
fucking
like
Terry.
Terry.
Botched.
I've been
I
watching some
love
botched.
The fact
He has
that
been playing some
I-
botched recently.
You
The fact
guys,
that I looked at this season with Terry, and out of 1 to 10, I rate Terry a 5. Guys, that's like dynamite out of the world
Wow.
for me.
Wow,
I
that's
can't believe
big.
this.
Can you? It's because he wasn't really in it that much. And all
I
the scenes
know,
he was
and
in were personal scenes, which I can
know.
kind of stomach. I can't handle when he's with groups and he tries to get
Did
involved
you
with women's
always hate
business.
Terry?
Oh, always.
Okay.
But he's different now because he doesn't get involved in the drama. The thing I hated about
busy.
Terry the
He's
most is that
busy.
he would always interject in the women's drama, and I was like, ugh, get out of here. He hasn't
Yeah.
done that at all.
Evil eye.
You giving me the
She,
evil eye?
your woman giving me the evil eye. The evil eye.
Evil
I was
eye.
like, get out of here. So yeah, I give it a 5.
All
5
right.
out of 10,
Okay.
baby. 50%. That's like a passing score in my book with Terry. Believe me.
That's a good score for you with Terry.
Yeah, I know.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm growing.
You are. Growth.
Do we think that everyone's really scared of Tamara,
No.
as Heather says
No.
to Terry?
No, but I do think that people may sometimes
Align?
or not go toe to
Like
avoid
Bren?
going toe to toe with Tamara.
Like Bren and Aaron Litchie?
yes,
Oh, God.
exactly.
Well, here's what I'll say.
Getting
And
dog
I
fucked.
think Heather kind of alluded to this. I don't think people are afraid of Tamara like, boo, scary. Ooh, better run. I think it's that Tamara's very reckless and Tamara will say shit.
Yeah.
Whether it's 100%
100.
truth or whether it's just kind of speculation.
Because the way that she's very reactionary.
Right.
So
So
you're
I
like,
think-
oh shit,
Yes.
is she going to say something that I
Right,
accidentally
like-
told her in secret?
Correct.
Yeah.
I think that's what
Got
it is.
it,
And in
got
that
it, got
in
it,
that
got it,
case,
got it.
Untrustworthy.
I think she is scary.
Yeah.
Like to think, oh,
She's
he told
very
her something
flagrant.
in confidence, and oh,
Yeah.
she's now going to come out and tell someone that I did X, Y, and
She's
Z.
very Madison the Croy. I heard you gave her chlamydia.
yeah.
Right.
And you're like, okay,
Yes.
can we just back it up?
Yeah, but I even
Back
enjoyed
it
that
up a
more.
little bit.
Back it up. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
Back it up. So I think in that regard, and I
that.
think that's kind of what Heather was alluding to, is that she's just reckless and she'll say shit, and I would not trust her.
I think she is reckless.
I mean, I wouldn't really trust anybody probably with any secrets on this cast.
No, absolutely not. But
Maybe
you know,
maybe Archie.
Archie.
Oh,
I would
God.
trust
The only
Archie
one-
with
I would
secrets.
trust Archie with my life.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about
I don't
that.
know if Shayna would trust Archie with hers.
But I would with a secret.
or
No.
his with hers. His and hers.
His and hers and hers and his.
God.
Sinks, bathrooms coming soon.
How's your vodka Coca-Cola treating
Oh,
you?
it's great. I can't wait to have another one.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
It's loosened me up. And
I'm gonna try to smoke myself into oblivion because I
I'm-
cannot accept that she's drinking a vodka Coca-Cola.
I'm now
right
a spokesperson. Vodka. No, I'll try.
is
I'll
this-
try the.
This
Vita?
Reality Bites podcast does not officially endorse
I'll
the
try it.
vodka Coca-Cola.
No, but I
drink.
would get into Diet Coke just to support Lisa Barlow. Now, what about the? I'll do the Phantom. Is that what it's called? Phantom.
Fanta.
Or Fanta.
Fanta.
She's talking to executive
Wanna
producer, and what
Fanta?
she's
Don't
trying
you
to
wanna?
say, she's doing Lisa Barlow speak right now, and what she's saying is, could you please grab me a drink?
No, not right now, not right now. But like in like a few minutes, yeah.
Yeah,
Do
sure,
it.
sure, sure.
Do it now.
Translating.
Just kidding.
I'm translator.
What was the clerk? Can you get that for me?
Clark, eject this person.
Clerk. I need it now. I need it now, Clark. It's a little SLC for y'all if y'all didn't catch it.
Little SLC reference.
But yeah.
SLC.
Yeah. But
Take us away, cowboy.
okay, so
Cowboy, take me away.
you know, is everyone scared of Tamara or not? But Gina basically tells Heather at this lunch, the meeting of the mafia moms, to confront Tamara. She wants her to come to the party. They've squashed the beef. She wants her to come to her evil freak show circus party
Yeah.
and tell Tamara that, you know, you've been systematically coming after all of my friendships and throwing me under the bus.
Real quick, I have to call attention to this.
What's that?
I could not get over Heather's cheerleader analogy.
Oh, she's like the head cheerleader.
Heather's.
Oh, her
head
Heathers.
She
head
goes,
cheerleader.
It's like that movie. And Terry goes, what movie? I don't know.
Heathers.
Yeah. Just real
Oh,
quick,
I
sorry,
thought
sorry,
about you,
sorry.
honestly, when
Did
she
you?
said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, Heather did it for me this episode.
All
Heather.
right.
Yeah.
You look like hell. I just got
Got back.
Yeah. It gets me every
Y'all,
time.
that's one of Lauren's favorite
I love
movies.
Heather.
I mean, I love
Great
Heather's
movie.
too, but that really is one of your
I'm
favorites.
sure our
isn't
listeners
it?
would totally, that tracks for them. But Heather's would be one of my favorite.
Oh, yeah,
movies.
100%.
Well, guys, Winona's one of her favorite
I
actresses.
do. I
of
love
all
Winona Ryder.
time.
How to Make an
that
American Quilt.
Yeah, God, I was just going to say that a fucking
Got
quilt
it.
movie.
How to Make an American Quilt, guys. How to Make an American Quilt.
Well-
Girl Interrupted.
Oh,
Before we
Little
move on,
Women.
because I know we touched on this, but I don't think we talked about it. But the fucking podcast. So,
Okay,
uh,
okay.
This was
What
hard.
podcast?
Remember? So
T's.
at
Oh, that's
this-
right. At the Gina Heather.
at the lunch or whatever.
The lesbian power lunch.
They both honestly they looked really
it was
really
like
good.
the lesbian power 2020
I
women lunch.
really liked
Yes.
what Gina was wearing.
It did. Did it feel like it did? It was very New York. It was very.
It felt,
is what I'm
New
saying,
York.
Didn't
It felt New
like
York.
they-
It honestly did.
And guys, kudos to the producers because I felt like that was very intentional.
The New
Didn't
York
it?
women
If it
getting
was,
together
I'm
for
impressed.
a ladies'
Yeah. That's
lunch.
great.
A ladies'
Yes.
lunch. But yeah,
Italian, the
we
Bronx.
basically get
Yes.
here.
Long Island Lolita.
You know, Gina's hurt. Heather's hurt. We're all hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Hurt locker. And basically, Heather's like, why would you think that I said this? And she's like, you know, and then she goes into some cockamamie, like, oh, I thought we were friends. I mean, Gina really was irritating the shit out of me in the first few scenes.
Uh-huh.
But we finally get to like Heather being like, listen, I didn't say it. Tamara did.
Tamara
Here's
said it.
the proof. Hit play. If I tell you that I watched this scene 3 times because I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? They played the subtitles.
Uh-huh.
I was even more confused. There were multiple people talking. It was not clear to me. If I were Gina, and I'm just taking it based on what I saw on the screen.
Yes.
If I'm Gina, I'd be like, playback. Because I would need to hear it 4 or 5 times to understand the context, the clues, and what the fuck I was listening to.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And we got it again at the end of the episode, which was clearer to me. But in this scene, I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is supposed to be helping. Other than the fact that we're hearing Tamara saying like, oh yeah, well, even though it's not Tamara, it's Teddy. It's Teddy saying it, which is what the disconnect. And
Well,
Teddy was also
anything out
doing
of
an
Teddy's mouth.
impersonation. I mean, it was a fucking mess all over the place.
Yeah.
Did y'all watch that and go, oh, I know what's going on?
I rewound, and I think I understood.
You got the context.
Yeah.
But, like, obviously
Yes.
it was Tamara.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my understanding watching it was that Teddy is on the 2 T's in a Pod episode.
Yes.
Teddy is retelling a time when she and Tamara were talking, and I think Teddy says something like, you know, you remember what you said, and Tamara's like, no, what did I say? And Teddy's when they were like leaving an event where the cast was when the OC cast was when Tamara was not on the show.
Yeah.
And Tamara said to Teddy, let's get out of here. I don't want to like be around, like, I don't want to hang around these losers or something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. So Teddy on the podcast is retelling this saying, yeah, you said
But remember,
like,
Shannon's there, which makes it even more confusing.
right.
Yeah.
Shannon's there as well. That's right. Which we see at towards the end
Yeah.
when they flash to it because
Yes.
they have the headshots. But it's Teddy who's retelling Tamara calling the OC cast losers.
Yes.
Right. Now, Tamara has been pointing the finger at Heather for a time at, was it BravoCon or was it just another event?
I think it was at BravoCon because here's the thing.
I think it was.
By the time BravoCon came around, we knew Tamara was a part of the show.
Right.
So we didn't need Noella and Jen there.
Right. So Tamara was there for
I
BravoCon
think so. I think
last
Tamara
year.
was there for BravoCon.
Right.
And maybe they were there, but I also think Tamara was there last year for BravoCon.
It was already it was already announced.
It was such a gap year in between because of COVID, and they just took a long time to get
Up and
OC
running,
rebooted
yeah.
with Tamara and everything. So it just that's
Right.
how I remember it. Yeah.
So Tamara's there, but Tamara overhears Heather talking about losers,
Yes.
referring to Dr. Jen and Noella.
yes.
And then parlays that into telling Gina and Emily that Heather
really
called
about
them
them.
losers,
Yes.
and that it was really about them.
Yes.
That's how
Yeah.
I took it. And that, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think
But
that's
Tamara
how
saying that's not who she met. That Heather actually meant the other women.
Like Gina and
Yeah.
Emily.
right.
Yeah.
I got that, but it seems more likely that Tamara said.
Fuck yeah, it
Losers.
does.
Yeah.
Lehu the
But here's my thing. Gina comes into this lunch all pissed at Heather and all hot and bothered that Heather
know.
called her a loser. And they're really friends. And this is not right.
Sure.
And then Heather disproves that, showing that Tamara called them all losers.
Yes.
Not just Emily and Gina, but all of them. And Gina is still pissed that Heather didn't tell her
Yeah.
about this podcast episode where Teddy says that Tamara said. Again, Heather cannot win.
No, she can't win. By the way,
What
I love.
the fuck?
I love when Gina was like,
I know.
so-
I know.
Come
So
on.
Heather called me a loser. I believe it, but why did Heather tell me that Tamara called me? It's like, okay,
Right.
God, I know, dude. Heather,
It was too much.
she has taken it in every hole.
but at
I'm
least,
sorry, Heather.
at
Heather
least,
Page Kent.
at least Gina's like, please come to the event.
She is.
Yeah.
Let's squash this and come to my event. Come.
Confront Tamara.
Oh,
Tell her to-
God.
Because that's
Fuck
going to go well.
off. It did go.
Newsflash, it
actually,
doesn't.
it did go well for Heather. I thought.
Actually, yeah, no, it kind of did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, she's really just taken it.
But
And
I
it's
was
a
just
lot,
very disappointed in Gina. And listen,
I know.
So was I.
Why? Because of her hair?
oh.
That too.
Guys,
Gina
I saw
is-
season 1, Gina.
Gina's so
I
hot
saw-
to me, but that
I know,
last
but
scene, I
hate it.
or that party scene, I couldn't do.
Well, she's like the master of ceremonies.
I couldn't,
can't.
I couldn't do that, and I
know she was trying to give me Britney
she's
Circus,
so,
but
she's
it
so
was not.
beautiful,
She
and
was and she wasn't.
She was
couldn't
trying
do
to
it.
do Britney Circus.
Yeah.
But she says something when she's coming to this lunch with Heather, and she's like, if Heather is calling me a loser, you need to at least tell me. You need to talk to me and tell me why you're calling me a loser, whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, if I have a friend out there
Mm-hmm.
and I believe that my friend behind my back is calling me a loser, I don't need my friend to admit that to me. If I believe that, I don't need to have a friendship with that person.
Correct. We're leaning on executive producer today who doesn't know where we're going next.
I know where we're going next.
Where are we going?
Where Heather's
next-
Where are we
office?
going next, Daddy?
We are going to the next great housewife invention to hit the market in a
What?
long time. Shannon Storms Bedore's
Oh.
Citalonic.
Oh no!
I don't want to settle on
Oh
it.
God!
I don't want to settle on it. I don't want to settle on it.
I'm sorry. I could have done without this scene.
Wait, did we talk about Jen and Ryan at home? Do we need to? Do
No,
we believe it?
I-
We don't
I
believe
know,
it.
guys, we
Guys,
don't-
we're gonna skip
I'm the
that scene.
conductor of this train today,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I skipped over that
Conductor
intentionally.
Daddy.
Yeah.
That
Where
was
we at?
that we were an express route for that stop.
I
and
know.
we
Jen,
will s-
I love
yeah.
you. You're probably one of my favorite newcomers of all time.
Jen, we love you, girl.
Jen's
you're,
great.
You're better than this man, and we cannot wait for you to be without him. Just like
she knows it,
we
and
can't-
she's just waiting for the right time.
yeah.
So great. So from Ryan to sit Alonic, sit on it.
Don't sit on it.
I'm scared.
Yeah, she does.
I mean,
what is okay?
what's
first of all,
happening?
Fuck off, Heather Storms Bedore. I mean, Shannon Storms Bedore. She's like, it's just a tip. That is not a tip.
No,
that
it's
is
not.
not just a
That
tip.
is-
It's
that is
smaller
going-
than my pinky.
Now, now I understand why I got lost in her because that goes in there and that does not come out.
What was it? At the and was
Okay.
it in the right hole? Was it not in the right hole? Shannon
know.
was checking.
It's like you make me want to shout because that's never
you know, you
coming
make
out.
me want to something
That is
else.
never coming out. Mm-mm.
No.
In.
Now there was
I know I
some
didn't move there. I
There was a
didn't
little
move there.
thrust.
some comedy with like how the women were like reacting, but I could have done without that whole scene. I really could have.
How did you? Here's the thing: Are we just afraid? Are we afraid of our bodies? Are we afraid of? Are we afraid of bodily fluids? Because
Bodily functions.
that's how I felt, because I was like, is it just me? Am I being puritanical about this? Or do I need to watch somebody try to poo poo?
I don't need to watch
know if
someone
I need-
trying to poo poo.
I feel like I already deal with enough gastrointestinal problems. I just felt like I didn't need to see it. I'm good.
I'm
You know,
taking laxatives and eating a shit ton of Taco Bell, and that's my solution.
Yeah.
I'm not doing whatever this was.
No. Dr. Moon's Citolonic.
X-Lax
And you know
water
it's so
down.
expensive, whatever the fuck they just
Oh,
did.
100%.
I just need to understand.
It's half a bedpan and
Water and
till prom.
Oh.
Can you imagine that in your little booty hole?
No.
Let's
No.
ask Bren.
Oof.
I want to know if they gave one to Bren.
Oh God.
Do you think they gave
God,
one to
Is she
Bren?
a beta
even when
tester?
she-
Exactly. She's a beta tester to
Even when
market it
she
on
like
Instagram.
lubed it up there, I was like, oh.
Yeah, how did you feel about that? Was that lube? Executive producer, what was that?
It was calendula, which is it's the
Yes,
I don't know
doctor.
why I don't
Doogie
okay.
Howser, MD.
I use homeopathic shit, but it's the like cuts.
Homeopathic?
It's the Neosporin version of arnica.
I was gonna say it looked like
It's
a
for
Neosporin.
cuts.
Okay.
So like if you get a scrape or a cut or anything like that, you use
Okay.
calendula
Okay.
like a Neosporin, whereas arnica is for like muscular pains.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why she's putting calendula on it. Does the thing cut your butt and then you need
Maybe
calendula
it
to
looked kind of
to be a
did not look comfortable.
I don't know. I didn't
Yeah.
need it. I didn't need it. I know some of it was in the never before seen, but we're all watching it on Peacock anyway.
Yeah,
so we're all
guys.
seeing it and it was too much.
It was too
Yeah.
much. It was a loot.
It was too
It was a
much.
A loot.
It was a loot. Anyway.
But yeah, and then so we're at the terrible freak show circus party, the scary party, as Betsy calls it.
It is scary. I don't like stilts. Be your height. Be how tall you are. I don't.
I was like, wait, what are you talking about?
I don't like people on stilts. I don't. If you're tall, you're tall. I get it. I don't need you doing an illusion. I don't like magicians. I don't like anything that's like, ooh, but what is back here? Fun houses. Get out of here. I don't like any of it.
I love how Eddie, though, while they're getting ready, tells Tamara, just don't toss any wine in anybody's face.
Yeah, but what a lame
Christ.
throwback. That was what, season 3 or something? Come on.
Was it a throwback? I thought he was being serious, but maybe,
I thought he was being serious too.
No, but then they flashed to that iconic scene where she throws wine at
Oh,
Gina.
yeah.
I thought it was thirsty to reach. Okay, I'm done with Eddie right now.
Okay, I know you are
You
done with Eddie.
are.
You're done because we didn't see him.
I'm done with that family.
We're all done with
fair.
it. No one saw Eddie.
Very heated. Okay,
You are.
Well, we didn't see him at all this season. I get it. I
We
get,
really
I get the
didn't.
pain. I get the
I
anguish.
just feel like they're getting a pass.
I know.
And maybe
Yeah.
she
I think
deserves
that
a
they're-
pass. I mean,
Okay. Well, I don't know if she deserves.
I don't know
a
if he
pass.
does. But maybe. No, they don't. I was trying.
Cut fitness.
I was
is
trying.
cut.
That's cutthroat.
It is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it sure is.
Cutthroat.
Sure,
You are cut.
is.
Cut out.
You're cut.
But yeah, we're at the scary party, guys. I was into Emily's outfit because I liked it.
Oh, the little popcorn.
I liked the popcorn.
yeah.
She's the only one that like I would be like, let's go out to a bar and get drinks because I wouldn't be freaked out
To be
being
seen
next-
with her.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Ryan's?
What was he? I know he
The
was
shirtless.
shirtless.
Shirtless master of
Lion tamer.
ceremonies. Lion
Oh,
tamer.
Or
Yes.
lion person.
Yeah, he was a tamer.
So stupid.
So
Look
dumb.
at you used to see him shirtless. Like
Yeah, like what did you
every
expect?
time he tried,
he's the
he missed.
worst.
He
What
missed
did you
for me.
expect?
He missed.
Especially you, Emily. I hit on your
missed.
mother-in-law last week.
God.
So trash.
But I have to say, some of the guys I thought were very clever in their outfits.
I love
Shane
Terry's
being
outfit.
extra butter. Terry,
Honestly, the couple,
staff.
the couple
I know,
went
I
to,
loved Terry.
Emily
John
and
Jensen in a
Shane.
suit.
Mhm.
Post.
Oh,
that goes to the
that was
post
kinda
team,
funny.
but
That was
they
kinda
just
funny.
titled John Jensen in a suit.
Yeah, I know. I like that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
At
I'm
least he dressed
guessing
up in
I'm
some
looking at
degree.
Eeps. I mean, did you think Heather was best dressed?
I thought Heather just has a banging body, and she can show off, bodysuit.
I want to look like that now.
Oh, same.
At 36.
I want to
look
like that at
56 at
37.
36.
I mean, shit. Good for her.
56
No, I just aged
is
her. I
the
think
new
she's like
36,
54.
darling.
Yeah, it is.
Is.
Yeah, she looks good.
She looks
Yeah,
like she
she's
just sold
great.
her house for $55 million.
Yeah, she does.
That's what she
I mean,
looks like.
honestly, Terry's outfit was my favorite event stuff.
event staff was
Because he was just
wonderful.
he was in black, and I was like, he looks normal, and that
didn't
was
care.
the way that I wanted to go.
Yeah. And he did blend in.
Stuff.
Yeah, he sure did.
I just think that
He
she
and
was good. She
Shane.
was, yeah, Shane was good. Butter,
Extra butter.
even though he doesn't like butter.
That's
I
right at the
know.
end.
At the end,
Yeah.
he's
I don't like butter
butter.
popcorn.
He doesn't like himself, guys. That's
He
what
hates
it
himself.
means.
He's
There's
self-indulgent.
There's
a
the bar.
deeper meaning there.
I just thought that Heather, she's been wearing the wetsuits all season, so I just felt like she just was on theme.
She was giving a nod to. Well, she said she wanted to be a dolphin trainer,
Oh,
but
yeah,
she realized
yeah.
there weren't dolphins at the circus, so,
Yeah, so
she
she
went
just
to
Guys,
be an
this is
aerialist
how-
instead.
Exactly.
This is how Heather
This is
makes fun of
Heather.
herself.
This is
And
Heather.
She's a loser.
Oh, wow. God. That came from Eve.
She's a loser.
But I mean that in a very
Her
endearing
number
way.
one fan.
I
She's kind of a
know.
loser.
Chappaqua, y'all are
Oh my
Chappaqua twins.
God, I wasn't even going to say that.
They wear the
Listen,
look, they're Chappaqua girls.
what is that?
We're
A New York
Westchester
thing?
girls
They're Jewish girls who live in Westchester
in the
Oh,
town of
okay.
Chappaqua.
in the town of Chappaqua.
Okay,
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 you know.
a New York thing. Okay,
Did you ever watch Maisel?
yes, but
When
I
they go
but
up to the Catskills. That's them.
wait. Was that season 2 or 3?
That was two. I think that was two.
Season two.
Yeah,
It was season two.
I haven't seen past 3
That's
yet.
executive producer. That's
Okay.
That's very Heather Dubrow. That's Heather Page
Okay.
Kent. Right?
That's
Am I
Heather
right?
Page Kent.
Right? Would you say that's
Yes.
right? They're Chappaqua girls.
Okay, all right, okay.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh,
Where were we?
Oh.
Oh,
hold for
people are
audio.
my ride's here.
going.
Shannon.
Shannon is my driver today.
Anyway,
Ruh-roh.
I know. Anyway.
Okay, so we're at the party.
Mhm.
Gina and Emily converse about the Heather of it all. And Gina mentions that she sat down with Heather
Mhm.
and fills Emily. Emily is still pissed, thinking that Heather is the one that called them losers, which she is not.
Heather
Losers.
Marized. Heather Marized.
That she's Heather Marized.
That's what Tamara says.
That's right.
You were Heather Marized. I know it. I've seen it.
Yep, exactly.
Mm.
And
Your
Gina-
parents were at my house. I hosted them.
God, even that wasn't good. It's all disappointment.
This was another instance like the Gina thing where Gina tells Emily that it was actually Tamara who Heather showed her the podcast, etc. And Emily's response is, look, Emily knows that Tamara talks shit, but Tamara apologized. Heather has never apologized. But here's my thing. Why does Heather need to apologize if she's just constantly being blamed for shit she didn't actually say? So why does she have to apologize?
I know.
Is Heather right in saying that she fears that Emily has gone to the, as she put it, Tamara School of Friendship and is not trustworthy?
pretty
I mean,
good.
what do you guys think?
I don't think that Emily's not trustworthy. I think that Tamara started this and it's a mess right now. And it's very hard for people to understand. It is what I would call a triangulation.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would.
Each person thinks that the other
Well-
person is saying one thing and one thing said the other, and the
There's
other
just a
person's
lot
like
of misfires.
confused. There's a lot of misfires.
And-
There's a lot of there's a lot of confusion.
There's a
It's
lot of
Craigslist
history.
misconnections.
Misconnections.
A lot of history between Heather and Tamara.
A lot of history
that
between
none
Heather
of
and
these
Tamara.
women, other than Shannon, none of these women have really been a part of.
That's also
Correct.
true.
So
yes.
I think a lot of this is just histrionics,
yes.
if you will.
Yes.
Yes, I
And
do
so
think so.
I think and Jean even mentions this, like, I'm sick of being like collateral damage between y'all's bullshit.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if Emily feels the same way, but I mean, there's a different conflict with Emily and Gina with Heather than there is with the history of Tamara and Heather. And I think a lot of that is kind of seeping at the top because they've never really had a great friendship. They've had
No,
a
they haven't.
friendship, but they've had a lot of conflicts. If you look through their history of the show together, they're more at odds than they are friends throughout the history.
And I think some of this is Emily's own rejection that she feels having grown up the way that she did. Needing to be
Absolutely.
accepted,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But
yeah.
because some of it aligns with Tamara's own ideology, even though it's coming from two different places, they're all kind of fighting for the same fight, even though it's rooted and the catalyst is something completely separate.
Yes.
So even though the fight for Heather to be, Heather doesn't like this and Heather's this way and whatever, it's just coming from two different places. And so,
Yeah.
but they're fighting for the same things. So it's just not, it's harder to tame,
Yeah, I agree.
right?
Yeah,
you know what
Totally.
I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't want you guys just to agree with me.
It's not, no. It's an
No,
earnest agreement.
I'm teasing.
I know
Remember
there's been a comment about that.
No,
I disagree.
God, don't you love it? Executive producer gets so dad. She gets her dad joke. She's like, I know there's been a comment about it.
I know there's been some
Like
comments.
we cried or something.
Guys, I think you watch this episode and
tears
we
in-
probably all align on
Yeah.
some of those.
Similar pass here, okay?
Yeah, I think Tamara got a pass this season.
I think
in
so,
a very real way. In a very real way.
Yeah. Well, the party it basically consists of people talking about Heather and Tamara kind of trying to maintain her narrative. And then
I can't
on
take
the
anyone
other,
seriously with what they're wearing. I'm so sorry.
no, it's horrible.
It's so. I'm like.
Oh my God. And Jen in that lion suit.
Yes,
I'm like,
oh my
okay.
God.
As you're describing it, I'm thinking of what they're wearing and how they're looking at each other from across the room, and
it's
they're all
ridiculous.
darting.
No.
What is Heather saying? What is Tamara saying? What is Heather saying? And I'm like, I can't take any of it seriously because they're wearing these outfits.
It's
I mean,
awful.
honestly, Heather looks like a character out of the Hunger Games.
Yes.
You know what I
she
mean?
does.
Doesn't she? Look at her.
Yes.
Look at her from the jewels and
Give her a
shit.
bow and arrow.
Especially
I can't
the
take it
face,
seriously.
especially the face jewels.
Why do they get it wrong every season? I want them to end on a theme that makes sense. That they can not look like this.
I don't know.
Last year, remember they were all in rock and roll and they did a whole song.
Oh my God.
And we had like a music video.
Oh, that was
forgot
so
about that.
God, I guess that's
bad.
right. I want to cry. I want to cry.
Wow, I blocked
Please,
that
what-
out.
so- wet
So
my
did
tears.
I.
Well, now I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I made you just unsee that.
I'm having like a trauma
No,
flashback
I don't
now.
really
I'm so
remember
sorry.
it, though.
I'm so sorry. I did that to you.
I appreciate the apology. I take
But
that.
yeah, remember they're all like, yeah, rock and roll, and Shannon, and like,
God.
oh, yikes.
No, I'm gonna watch it. On
Yeah, watch
YouTube
it.
when we get out
But it-
because I don't
oh,
remember.
yeah.
I remember it, but I blocked it out so much that I don't remember anything about it.
When we're done recording, I'll put it on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, they have to
A
always
memory.
end.
It's always scary.
It is. I just
some
can't,
point.
can't we?
They just
you
can't
know,
get it right.
As much as I hate
No.
Great Gatsby for this crowd, I just like. Can we just
Give
end on
me
a
a
Great
good
Gatsby?
fucking roaring 20s
give
party.
me, give me a very like.
Why can't we
cliche
just? Why
You know
can't,
what
Gatsby
show?
party.
as boring as Kyle is, why can't we just have a white party?
Thank you.
Just
please.
have like
Yes.
this like white and black
begging.
tie event or whatever.
Yes, please. I'm begging. Give me an evil eye party. Give me
Something.
somebody ate my bow. You please. I'm
Somebody
begging.
ate my
Oh
bow
my
party.
God.
Give
Is that
me.
the finale?
I finally took Debro on as a name party.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that party is.
Somebody ate the bow.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's true.
sorry, executive producer.
No,
go ahead.
you're good. So we have Tamara spinning her nonsense on one side,
Mm-hmm.
and then the revolving door of conversations that Heather is having with each individual person on the
Yeah.
other.
She is
So
revolving.
she just
door.
goes from one to the next, and
Yeah.
Tamara gets so angry.
Fuming.
She
She's
came in
turning
prepared.
everyone to her side.
She came in prepared. She wasn't
They both
expecting
did.
it.
Oh, Heather came prepared. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a tortoise in the hair type thing.
Oh, yeah.
Tamara
yeah.
came
slow
in
and steady.
Yeah, slow and steady. Tamara didn't realize what was coming.
Mhm.
She did not.
Mm-mm.
And you know what I love? Heather targeted Jen first.
Yep,
It was smart. It's
Yeah.
strategic.
it's easy.
Yes. And it was so simple.
So simple.
And Jen's like, I get it.
she treated you like shit. The way Heather, I was like, damn, Heather.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't curse like that. She was going in. This was her Oscar
She's hot.
performance. This was it. This is her daytime Emmy performance.
Oh, yeah.
Mm,
Don't you think?
it was good.
This is her adding IMDb 2000s
Yeah.
credits.
Correct.
And what
Yeah.
I'll say about little Tammy Sue, baby. Why are you so afraid? If everything
Ooh,
you
you're
said
so
was true
angry.
and everything you stand by and you are real in your convictions, why do you care that Heather is one by one talking to everyone? Why are you threatened?
That's
Little
right.
baby, why?
A hit dog will holler.
A hit dog will
You're
holler.
a liar. She's a liar face.
You think so? I'm
Why
kidding.
is she so insecure?
I know.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true.
Come on, be strong in your convictions. Say if Heather can talk to her as much as she wants all night, Heather can pick each individual out and talk to them for 2 hours. I'm not worried. You know why? Because Heather's bullshit, and everything Heather does is bullshit. But Tamara doesn't think that. Tamara's threatened, and her little hackles are up.
She's projecting. She's boiling and fuming that Heather's going around person to person and trying to turn
Yeah.
them against me, is what she
Because-
says. That's what Tamara did to Heather all fucking season.
Yep. Because the entire argument that Tamara did for everyone is a house of cards. That's
Yes.
how weak the argument is. They can be blown away, house of cards, baby. Nothing is built on foundation. So she is so freaked out that the fucking wind's going to come and the whole little argument that Tamara's been doing all season is just going to crash to the floor because there's no real foundation anywhere. Sorry, baby. And
Yep.
they came crashing down.
It did. It
Crash
did.
Yeah.
and burn.
Yeah.
Okay, so Heather and Jen. Heather can check Jen's name off
check.
her little list. Check. Moving on. Heather and Emily. I really like this conversation. I like that they both got to a place where they acknowledged that really it was their own like childhood trauma and imprinted insecurities that were just putting them at odds with each other in these situations that were relatively innocuous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I think this will last? I don't know.
But why is Emily?
Yeah.
Why is Emily believing Tamara?
I don't know. Well, I don't know why they were believing Tamara. Tamara cast some spell
What-
on them. I think
what
that
do
they
you-
like that. Look,
Yeah.
Tamara and Vicky and them didn't give them the fucking time of day in their early seasons. They just didn't. And I think that
This is
whether
Heather's.
it's conscious or not, and this is Heather's theory, and I agree with it. I don't think it's necessarily a conscious thought, but I do think it feels nice when the cool girl,
Yeah.
the head cheerleader,
Yes,
wants to
that's
give you attention and be friends with you and be cool and have you join her little group. And yes, they've been here consistently
Heather's.
when Tamara
Sorry.
hasn't been, but it is Heather's.
It is. Sorry. I mean, I know we just talked about that. but-
Tamara's the queen bee coming in. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
She's trying to take down Heather because that was the queen bee who came back last season. And I think Emily and Gina are a little blinded by they're doing their version of putting the pussy on the pedestal.
Well, and I think we saw it early on in the season when they did that yoga thing.
Yes.
I think there's a lot of Emily and Tamara that they feel like they've had similar upbringings. And they
Yes.
feel like
Yes,
they have a
also
lot
true.
of
Also
camaraderie
true.
with how
Yes.
how
Also
they
very
see
true.
each other and how they have certain triggers that are the same. So I think they're different, but
Yeah.
they can see a lot of each other within one another. And so I think maybe for Emily, she might have a
Yeah.
soft spot for Tamara because of that, where she doesn't quite see that with Heather. And so it's easier to kind of give Tamara the pass. And they have fun together, right? Like with
Totally.
Tamara, it's fucking fun.
Tamara
so
is a lot of fun.
So,
I get
I forgot that she and Emily got close, and I loved that scene at the Western bar after Montana because Emily couldn't go, and I think they were on Watch What Happens together. I loved the fact that they were getting closer. I
Yeah.
kind of forgot about that because we haven't seen them together that much in this last stretch of
We
episodes
haven't.
Right.
in
We
that
haven't,
way.
but they did connect in that
They
way.
did.
hijacked everything.
Because Shannon's hijacked everything.
And even Andy said, like, he was like, I try to tell y'all that they're all more alike than y'all realize.
Right.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
right.
And they really connected. We saw that on Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
After
that's
the
also
fact.
why why Emily probably views Heather as always thinking she's better because she has more, because Emily didn't grow up with a lot. And that's
true.
an insecurity that's from childhood where maybe she's kind of, she's viewing Heather through a filter that may not be really authentically who Heather is or what her motivations are. And yeah. So it's allowing her to maybe believe Tamara more. I can buy that. I just, she's also so practical and so pragmatic that sometimes I'm just
I
like,
know.
come on,
It's
dude.
kind of a
like,
little bit of a
I
mystery.
expect more.
Yeah.
But, our childhood baggage, it
Our
carries,
baggage
we all
carries a
carry
lot,
it.
because
We all
even
carry
Heather
it.
says, like, look, I grew up very 1950s. We weren't supposed to express our feelings.
Yeah.
So Heather sometimes just can't express her feelings.
Yeah.
But she's very sensitive.
And when she feels called out or made fun of, she gets very sensitive.
Very,
Yeah.
very, 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 very sensitive.
So they agree. They agree to, when Heather thinks that Emily's being an asshole, just remember that they're friends and Emily likes her and that they don't hate each other. And they'll try to be less sensitive and become more communicative. Do you guys think that will last?
No.
Okay.
Listen to what you just said. Now, just remember when I'm being an asshole to you, just remember that I love you, okay?
love
It's like,
you.
That
what?
doesn't sound abusive at all.
I know.
The way that they framed that conversation, I was like, this isn't gonna go very well.
Mm-mm.
Just remember when I'm trashing you, shit talking you, and I slash your tires, remember that I am your friend. Okay.
Trailer. Yeah.
Trailer.
Travis and
Don't you
Taylor.
dare bring her up in
Trailer.
this conversation.
Trailer trash.
Yes. Well, but in
That's only one
the-
part of that equation. Sorry, Travis.
There does become a little bit of beef with Tamara and Emily, though, because I forgot that this is also where Heather tells Emily
that's right.
about the comment that Tamara
I
made in
know.
Montana, that
You're not a-
she's calling herself a party planner and not a
Practicing lawyer,
bing,
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
which is bullshit. We all know that Emily is still a lawyer.
She's still a licensed
Yeah,
lawyer.
guys.
She may not be
And-
practicing daily.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you don't
Fuck
have,
off.
You don't have your active license. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Your license.
She is
active.
licensed.
Yeah.
Liar, liar, pantalones on fire. Just Tamara.
Pantalones on
I think
fire.
that Tamara sometimes forgets or she didn't care that the show is filmed. And that we have callbacks.
By the way.
What did she say? I didn't say that. Heather! And then she goes right over to Heather. We saw.
Oh, yeah. She beelines to Heather at the bar after
Don't
they
get run
confront her.
over. Call Con over.
Don't get run over. Call Con over.
Yeah, don't get run over.
That's right.
Call Con over.
Wow.
Craig, we're coming for you.
We're coming for you.
Thanks.
Craig, baby.
When you're in a
Coming up for
bind,
ya.
call Craig.
I will.
That's
Do you have his
right.
number? Can you give it to me?
Exactly.
Did Shannon call Craig?
Absolutely. Not.
Absolutely not. So Heather and Tamara go at it.
Oof, I'm gonna let
Tamara's
Eats and,
boiling. She's
Eats and Lauren
boiling.
take this one away. I'm gonna stand
How
in
do
the
you feel
background with
about it?
popcorn. I'm gonna be with Emily in the popcorn background. No, y'all's women are going head to head. I just want to watch. Go for it.
Well, I mean, Heather
for it.
accuses Tamara of always spinning everything. I mean, true. She does always spin everything.
Yeah, but
She's a disc
they
jockey.
both spin. To me,
Okay,
it's-
they both spin.
To me, it's Heather like, we both spin, Tamara.
This
so
is the
come
Clash
again.
of the Titans.
To me, it's Heather's like, yeah, we know what we do. Admit to what you do.
Admit to what you do.
Yeah, to me, that's what it was.
Yeah, it's like Monica saying to Lisa Barlow at the bar.
I mean,
If someone called you materialistic, I
Do
would
we-
say yes, I'm materialistic. You,
well, that's what I mean. It's like, who called whom a loser? Do we believe this really just comes down to like, do we believe Tamara? Do we believe Heather?
I believe Heather.
Oh,
Bets?
I believe Heather too.
Yeah,
I do.
What about you?
I believe Heather on this one.
I also don't.
We
think...
are Heathers, brought to you by podcast.
We're Heathers.
Wait, what's her name? Reality
I'm
Bites
Winona
podcast.
Ryder.
Yeah,
Heathers.
You called
I'm
it.
definitely
You
Shannon.
shotgunned Winona Ryder. Here's the thing. I don't think any of it was that serious, though.
No, and there's a part of me that Tamara believes what she thinks happened. Like, and I don't mean that in like she's delusional. I just think that Tamara has often this season kind of gotten it a little wrong.
Yeah.
And Heather's never really been wrong in that way. If we're going on facts here and who's really been able to tell the story the way that we see it and the way that it happened, Heather's been better at that. Maybe Heather's wrong.
I agree.
In the end, and Tamara's actually right, but at this point, it's the boy who cried wolf. You know what I mean? At this point, it's Heather's been kind of like 8 for 10.
Yeah.
And Tamara's kind of lost in that. And if I have to go by, this is a numbers game, and who statistically has been more correct than incorrect, it's Heather. And I just don't see this being a world where Heather's saying losers. I'm sorry. That's just not
No,
part of
I
her.
think Tamara did.
That's what I'm saying. That's not part of her vocabulary.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry.
and-
I said that from the jump though, and I stand by that. And that's without
Yeah.
hearing y'all's opinion.
No, I agree too. And
She's
I
like,
think
not what she says.
And I think what Eeps kind of talked about earlier, like I'm sure that there was talk of like Heather, looking down on Noelle or Noella? Noella.
Sure.
And Jen from last season, not Jen this season. And like probably like talking down about them. Like I'm sure that
Sure.
happened. She even admits it on the show.
She does.
She's
She
like,
does.
I was
Yeah.
talking
You know,
about
I was-
Noella and Jen.
And she was like, look what they gave me to play with. Like, look who they gave me to play with.
Yeah.
It was
So
something
I
like that.
think that
losers because they
Tamara-
were guys.
Oh, they were awful.
Come
So talk about the
on.
spin team. Yeah, I'm sure Tamara took that and like ran with it and like, oh no, she was calling everyone here a loser, including
I know.
you,
I
Gina,
know.
her New York buddy.
It's ridiculous.
And the cast was none the wiser to be like, that doesn't seem right. But they were like, Tamara always tells the truth. We believe in Tamara. Tamara is our president. And here we are.
Tamara
and here
for
we
president,
are.
guys. Tamara for president.
Tamara for fucking president.
Well, how many
Well-
reunions are we getting? Oh wait, sorry. Did I
No,
did I skip too much ahead?
wow.
No,
wow,
that's really
Oh.
kind of it. Honestly, it ends with this fucking the awkward photo, the
Well,
awkward
no,
family
yeah.
photo.
That's it. But I will say kudos to Heather because Heather gave nothing, and that's exactly what she needed to
She
give.
did the right
because
thing.
I know.
she was like, Tamara,
I'm
and
curious.
what God's earth, and I'm paraphrasing, and what God's earth do you think that I care about your opinion of me? Which is basically what she was
I know.
saying, and I'm so
And
glad she
I'm
said
here
that.
for it.
She didn't get elevated at all, which is perfect. And Tamara's like, well, I don't give a fuck, and she's like, well, good, I'm walking away. Oh, it's over.
And they had to be wearing this fucking face paint and shit.
It was awful.
She should look like
It
the
was awful.
Joker.
But did you see at the end when finally we get Eddie? Eddie the Phantom comes back into the screen. And she goes over to Eddie, Tamara, and he's like, don't look, he's like, don't be bothered or don't be upset. And she's like, I am. So she admits to being bothered or upset. I don't remember
well,
which
we
word
know
he used.
that she's both
But
bothered and upset.
Well,
I know.
I'm surprised she wasn't like, no, I'm not. She was like, no, I am.
She owned it.
The one thing she owned
The
finally.
one thing at
before
the,
the
end
credit,
of the finale,
before the credits roll.
before that music,
Before Gina's like, guys,
starts.
we need to get a photo for memories. We don't have 18 episodes of memories.
I don't
on
care if we
screen.
hate each other right
need
now. We
one
need to get it.
photo
We need
of
the
memories.
memories.
So I don't ever have to watch this season ever again.
Well, what do we think the reunion's going to be like?
Oh my
Messy,
god,
messy,
it's gonna be
messy.
so bad.
You think so?
I'm
God,
looking forward to it.
By the way, executive producer sounds kind of excited,
Yeah.
but also like kind of like
Messy.
ironically like it's messy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good, and I love how Betsy's like she sounds like doom.
Yeah, it's gonna be doomsday.
You think so?
You think?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm not interested in rehashing anything,
Well, that's
Yeah.
the whole purpose of the
and
reunion.
we don't. I understand, but we're not going to get anything with Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
We're not really going to get anything in a real way with John Jansen. So
Yeah.
that's going to be fake. I don't know what we're going to get with Jen. We'll see. I'm not interested in really anything that Tamara's going to be trying to cook up. I've seen too many reunions with Tamara.
Cook up, and cook out.
So we'll see.
Okay.
What I will say, what I hope, is that it's 2 episodes.
A solid 2 as opposed to 3.
I don't think we need 3. I think 2's good.
I think 2
I think we will get 3, but I'm hoping for
unless
2.
it's explosive and something crazy happens, which I feel like we would have then heard about in some capacity.
So 2.
Well,
but we'll see.
I feel like what? I think isn't Beverly Hills going to take over for OC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So maybe we will get 3. Sorry.
It's,
I don't know.
it's too much. It's too much.
You
And
think 3 is
even
too
y'all,
much? Okay.
even Vanderpump, which everyone was like fuming. Or no, that's not the right word.
Fuming.
Foaming at the mouth.
Foaming.
Foaming at the mouth and then fuming.
Yeah.
Like we were like, God, give us the reunion. 3 was even too much. By the
I thought
time
3 was a
we
lot.
got to
It
the
was.
3rd one, I was like, oh my God, this is overdrive. This is too much. I'm over it. Like
Yeah, I felt that way too.
It's a lot.
I got that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm a fan of a 2.
You're a fan of 2? Okay.
Yeah, 2 and done,
All right.
baby.
All right. Well, we shall see.
We shall see.
All right. So overall grade of the season,
Okay.
school grades. What do you guys give it?
And your MVP of the season.
And your MVP of the season. Lauren, you first.
B.
Okay.
Okay.
And I feel like the MVP. I feel like I might retract this later, but I guess this just is what it is. Heather's my MVP.
You seem so deflated.
Well, because I wouldn't have thought it. I wouldn't have thought it after last season. I was like, guys, I was just so over.
That's
Heather
why we
last
rated
season.
at the very end. Once we've seen everything.
And I'm pleasantly surprised, and I think she overcame a lot. And I think something like this in her first iteration, her tenure back in the day, this kind of would have
shaken her to her core.
Yeah, this would have been something where she wouldn't have come back from the show, which is you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But she kind of like she
weathered the storm.
She did.
She rose from the ashes.
She rose from the ashes and she weathered the storm, and I was
She
proud.
weathered
I'm
the
proud of
Shannon
her.
storm.
Heather, I really am proud. So I'm excited to see the reunion. She comes in all black. Well,
Here for
everybody-
it.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what Andy
My new
said.
And
girl
he's like,
in all black.
exactly. And he's like, everyone's in pastels, and you came in all black, and she's like, yeah,
Sure did.
the bride wore black, guys. Anyway,
Bride wore black. All right, Bets.
I'm gonna say a B plus.
okay,
I really liked it.
okay.
I love Jen, the newcomer. I really liked Taylor. And any episodes that I gave a hard time, it was like a hate watch. I didn't watch one.
Yeah.
I didn't watch one episode where I was like, oh God,
No.
like I'm so bored. I like the majority of it.
Also, my B is an 85. If that helps anybody.
That is what a B is.
That's just a B.
Yeah,
So I'm a
that's
B
just a B.
plus.
So you're
So
like an
you're-
87, 88,
yeah,
89.
yes.
Okay, got it.
I'm an 87,
Got it. Okay.
like Travis Kelce's number.
Wow.
Just kidding.
wow.
Sorry, Cynthia.
I'm actually an 89. Cynthia.
Our listener who doesn't
I'm sorry, Cynthia.
who
I
asked
forgot.
who said asked politely.
I'm so
Please
sorry.
no more.
I'm so sorry.
Taylor
Cynthia.
Swift.
Okay. And no more Travis Kelce. I'm with you. So yeah, I'll give it an 87, 88. I don't know. I like that I was like in your MVP because this is a very hard one. I think that it changed throughout the show. But I'm gonna go with Emily because Emily was a comedy throughout for me.
Oh shit, that would have been my MVP.
And,
Fuck her. But you know what? Fine, fuck it.
No, I think Heather was a good one.
Fuck her, fuck
we
me,
know
fuck
that Eves was
everyone.
going to go with Heather. I'm trying to have some
That makes me
diversity
so
here.
sad.
But
I want
Emily,
Emily. I forgot about Emily.
I love
Yeah.
Gina, but I would not be being authentic to myself because Gina irritated the shit out of me the beginning
Yeah.
half of the
Yeah.
season. Now I love Gina. I'm a Gina
I
stan.
knew
I
I
want
was
her to come
forgetting
back.
someone.
I will be her fan always, but she is not my MVP this season. But Emily always has the comedy. She's always sharp. She's pretty fair. And I thought that she had a great season. So
Yeah.
Emily is my MVP
Okay.
for the season.
Okay.
Now, Apes, tell us why Heather is yours.
I'm gonna go in order here. My grade is also a B plus.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm a solid 88 B
Wow, I
plus.
didn't
Okay.
need to be such a hunty.
Yes.
Yes, but it's fine.
And my MVP, I think you'll be
Such a
shocked to
hunt.
hear, is
Oh, Shannon.
Tamra.
Oh, God.
I'm kidding. It's totally Heather.
Oh my God! I was actually like, she really fooled me. I was like, oh
By the way,
no.
she really got me too. I was like, Oh, I was like,
Oh my God.
diet the steak.
And
I
before
did it,
we
guys.
hopped on the mic,
You and I
like,
were about to burn her, weren't we?
Yeah, I was about to be
before
dead.
we hopped on
I
the
thought
mic,
I was about
dead.
to.
we were like, Eeps is not the actress. Eeps can't do an acting.
I was about to
And
burn you
she
at
I had
steak.
to. I had to prove
was-
myself. Guys.
Yeah, I was about to
Bore
Joan of Arc
witness.
you.
She just showed that
I'm
she
so
is
sorry.
the true actor.
I am an actor.
You are.
A thespian.
Wow, I am.
That was good.
Thanks,
That's
guys.
method.
Of course,
Thanks.
it's Heather, though.
Of
Duh.
course it is.
For
I'm
all
so
of the
sorry.
reasons. Look, she weathered the Shannon storm. You know,
I was impressed. We got
Emily was
we saw some real
fantastic
Heather
as well.
this season, I think.
yeah.
So some listeners are probably like, "Shut the fuck up! None of y'all are getting this right. Y'all are all wrong."
It's all right.
I'm so sorry. If
We're
somebody
all
doesn't-
allowed differing opinions.
I know,
Heather fucking did great this year.
Yeah, I love
She
Emily
tried.
too.
A for effort.
A for effort. Are we going to see her on Beverly Hills? I hope so.
I hope so.
No.
I really do.
I kind of want to see her pop in as a
I don't
friend.
think we are. A friend of who? Who's she a friend of?
Kyle?
Kyle, she's friends with everyone.
I mean, she
Really
knows
though,
all
like
of
in
that.
a real way?
Well, she's friends with Jenny McCarthy. Would you have ever imagined that?
No, I wouldn't have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I guarantee.
Jenny's a real actor.
If we look
No
at her
offense.
Instagram, I bet you they all follow each other on Beverly Hills.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Especially because of Terry and Botched and
I would like for her
I
to
don't
come
know.
in. If she comes in, I would like for her to maybe come under the wing of Garcelle versus Kyle.
I'd be here for that.
I'd be here for that.
I don't want to start behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
I'm already
Yes,
building.
we know.
I'm already
We know.
trying to build a positive relationship with Heather. I thought Heather did great this season.
So did I.
There
I
we
was
go.
proud. I was really
Heather,
proud
good
about
job.
I
Kudos.
liked her more this season than I
Kudos.
disliked her, which is shocking.
There you go.
Yeah, I was
Good
pleasantly
batting
surprised
average.
how I felt about Heather this season. Obviously, I
Yeah.
gave her the MVP. I really meant that for Emily. Well, you know what? I love them both, but I love Heather too. So
We
It's
will-
okay.
Us Heather stands will take it.
Yeah.
I know. It's like
Heather
the
did a
Jets.
lot. Heather did a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's OC, guys.
Wow,
Yeah.
guys.
We'll have reunions next week.
That's right.
We're gonna do Southern Charm together. We're gonna bring it back to the boys and their fucking bar crawl, guys. We're gonna cover the bar crawl, the boys and the
And
bar
tonight's
crawl,
episode.
and tonight's episode. And we all know what the bar crawl really means for the men. Jesus Christ! And then we have
Shit's gonna get real.
shit's gonna get real, and we all know that you've seen it. But then, kind of intercutting that with what's happening with the girls' side, and they're gonna have their party, and I can't wait. We can't wait. We're gonna have executive producer
I'm gonna
on
join.
for that one.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we're gonna do that on Friday. We're gonna record it Friday. So by the time you get this, it will be Friday. But what I'm trying to say is we're gonna
We're
record
recording
it
it today.
tonight. Yeah, we'll be recording it today.
How did Taylor get into the guest bedroom? We will answer those questions and
Yes.
more
Austin.
on next week's
I
episode.
adore
or
him, but-
Tomorrow's episode.
I adore him,
Southern
and he
Charm.
gave it a valiant effort. But my God,
Was it a valiant?
Was it
effort?
though?
yes, it was, guys.
It-
He
it was.
tried
No, no,
hard.
it
I know.
was.
I know he tried hard.
Oh, he tried.
I was watching, and I had to
Did
pause.
he?
I had to pause, and I had to go. I need to take my Valium. I was like, I need to take my mood stabilizer to watch this because I don't know if I can see this because it was a train wreck. It went off the
That's
rails on a
bad.
train.
That was
that You wouldn't
bad.
believe. It was derailed.
Yeah.
It derailed.
Well, we'll talk about it
He
tomorrow.
really
But we're
needed
going to
you.
talk about it tomorrow.
He needed you big time.
Call me.
Call me.
Call me, text me.
Yeah.
On the line.
Anyway, guys.
Anyway,
All right.
Thank you for joining us.
thank you very much.
On this Real Housewives of Orange County
Yeah.
Recap.
We appreciate
season finale, baby.
I know, season
Yeah.
finale.
Whew.
Wow.
And we're going to
here.
get into those reunions next week. So I can't wait.
Yep.
Can't wait. Guys, if you'd like to donate a cocktail, please scroll down to the bottom. You'll see a link there and it'll say donate a coffee, but it's a cocktail.
We'll take those
yeah.
cocktails.
Yeah, we'll take
We
these
have to
cocktails.
get around
We'll also take-
legality.
Exactly. And we'll take those ratings. We'll take those reviews.
5-star ratings.
5-star ratings.
reviews,
5-star reviews.
Wherever you listen to your podcast.
4-star, 3-star.
5-star.
Yeah, 5-star.
5-star.
5-star all the way, guys. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate all the DMs, the hot topic suggestions. You were helping us. We have a lot of episodes this week, so
So
it
many.
helps us to stay on track of things that we've talked about too. Because I'm like, wait, did I talk about
Did we
that?
talk about that?
I do that? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be in a voice note to Betsy or a voice note to executive producer. I'm like, wait, did I talk about that? Did I not talk about that?
Yeah. So thank you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we appreciate that.
We appreciate you.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And we'll be back with some Southern Charm.
Tomorrow.
I think executive producer and I are going to do Kardashians because the premiere
we're
was
gonna try
tonight.
to.
And for the first time fucking ever, we're finally just going to I think, throw in a Kardashian, a little 30-minute,
I'm
little 40-minute
so
Kardashian.
excited for
Do
Kardashians.
it.
Right?
Do it.
Let's do it.
Just do it, baby. I'm
Yeah.
going to be watching
We'll
football,
bonus
so
that.
I'll be out of here. But I support.
Thanks. The moral support. We will take it.
Yeah.
Take it. But the three of us
All
will
right.
hop back on the mic to do some Southern Charm.
Beta bitch.
I know.
And
It's gonna be
until
fun.
then.
All right, until then, guys, yes. See ya. Bye, y'all.
Adios.